Okay, here we are again, standing by as always. I've been having a little trouble sleeping over the past probably week or 10 days because I moved up my vitamin B12 that I take to dinner time instead of breakfast or lunch. Didn't really work with breakfast because there's some stuff in it the B12 itself is water soluble, if I recall correctly. Let me look it up, make sure I'm not spreading misinformation. B12 water or fat soluble. Yeah, that's what I thought. B12 is a water soluble vitamin. But the B12 supplement that I take has some stuff in it that's not water soluble, it's fat soluble. Most particularly, it has 10% of the daily value of calcium in it, which is not water soluble. So if you don't take it with food, it can upset your stomach. And in the morning, I don't eat enough food to have it in my system long enough for the B12 to process through. So it didn't really work at breakfast. And at lunch, I was like, well, I'm bouncing off the walls, but I think I'm leveling off now with it. I think I've taken it enough to where I'm getting used to it. I think. We'll see today. But I was taking it with dinner, and it didn't... I don't know if it had any effect on my ability to sleep or not, but it could just be the change of the seasons, and I need to add a little bit of melatonin in there for a week because I do that like every 4 or 5 months. I need to take melatonin tablets for a week in order to like re-level myself off with that. So I don't know which one it is, but I took B12 with lunch today, so that's the main thing you need to know. So if I'm more jittery than usual, I don't think I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be pretty even keel today because I feel pretty even keel at the moment, but you never know. We'll see. See how it all goes. Just gonna exercise my fingers before we start real quick. Kind of get them loosened up. I've been told that you should do this before using keyboard and mouse for an extended period of time, and I always forget to do it, so excuse me, try to do it as much as I can. Okay, I think that's long enough. Let me take a drink, then we'll get started. All right, here we go. I think it's going to boot me into the Pridwin pretty quickly because it's technically considered an interior zone. So, yeah, fairly quick load up. And not a fairly quick in-between streams, although I will say that it didn't take me very long to get the legendary effect. So much so, and I was having so much fun with the legendary effect, that I made a few other minor variations in my current setup, including, but not limited to, hang on, you can't see it. You still can't see it. I painted my power armor in the flames, hot rod flames red that we got way back at the robotics disposal ground in like the second episode or something. I don't know how Elder Maxon's going to feel about this, but I think it looks friggin' awesome. So we'll see how that all goes. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Fallout 4, the stream edition. Last time, we were told that we needed to make our way to the glowing sea. An irradiated hellscape with all of the nastiest creatures that have ever properly existed since the bombs fell, because they literally exist on top of a smoldering crater right there where the nuke hit near Boston. And that just sounds like a terrible time. So in order to properly prepare myself, I decided, well, the Brotherhood are the power armor experts. Let's go get some power armor from them. And in exchange, we're doing them a couple of quests up to the point where you can't proceed anymore until after you have gotten into the Institute, from my understanding. And then we'll go to the Glowing Sea once we're done. And we've got one last quest to do today, Show No Mercy. I don't know what Maxon wants me to do with it, but we will figure it out. As for other changes that we made, I did a little bit of renaming. So I renamed Righteous Authority to the Lucky Laser, mostly to add to the alliteration with the Relentless Revolver. I know I called it Serial Killer last time, but I decided to make that the episode name, so I had to come up with something else for this. We've still got the Furious Power Fist, but as you may know from being in Power Armor previously, you can't equip unarmed weapons while in Power Armor because they wouldn't go over the Power Armor gauntlets. So I knew this already, but in dramatic fashion, as soon as I saw that notification in the top, I said, "That's it! I'm getting me mallet!" Ah, me mallet. So I grabbed my sledgehammer back from Dogmeat. And we can use this to very great effect while we are in Power Armor, and I'll explain why in a little while. But the main change you may see here is that there's one other item that we have here that I actually got from doing the farming with the legendary Rad Roaches at Conquered Civic Access, the Instigating Boltcaster. Why? I just like the idea of a gun being called a Boltcaster. I wonder if that's something Star Wars did to me. Anyway, it is probably one of the most bizarre weapons that you will ever set your sights on in this whole entire playthrough. This is a pipe bolt action pistol with a glow reflex sight, and it's basically just a little bit of nuclear material tipped on the copper sighting on there to make shooting easier. It shoots 50 caliber bullets despite being a pistol, and it has a suppressor on it. This thing is silly. But the main thing that it has is the instigating effect, and that legendary effect causes it to deal double damage if the target is at full health. So it would deal 140 damage instead of 70. That stacks with sneak attack multipliers. So if I get a sneak attack instigated shot off, it will deal 280 damage to whatever my target is. So that's a pretty solid opener. We won't be using this very much today, I don't think, for instigating and sneak attacks, because we'll mostly be spending the entire day in Power Armor, but you know, we'll get there. Another thing I did is I also added a long barrel, an improved one at that, for the Righteous Authority. Mostly because we're going to be outside today, or not in interior close quarters, that sort of a thing. So I figured, well, since Mr. Spicy Whip, thank you for following. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Just explaining the things I did off screen before we get started today. Yeah, when I'm in Power Armor, the main thing that you have to think about, the main drawback, is that any armor bonuses from underneath don't apply. So all that perception bonus that I have from the eyeglasses and the armor pieces, I don't have those. So I figured, okay, let's put something on the laser that'll help me at range, and the long barrel will do that. The downside is I can only fire it about 6 times in VATS before I lose all my AP. So probably going to go back to the short barrel eventually, just to make it easier, especially once I start taking more gunslinger perks, because that will just naturally increase the range of the weapon. And other than that, I actually didn't realize that the Brotherhood gave you such good armor when they gave it to you. It's not just T60 armor, it is T60 rank B armor, so it's the second level of T60 armor. And if you look at my damage resistance bonuses in the bottom right corner of the HUD there, you'll notice why I think Power Armor is pretty damn busted in this game, because we're hitting ballistic and energy resistance levels that get to the point where they're basically redundant at this point. You hit diminishing returns a long time ago with this. And then we have 1050 radiation resistance, which will make the Glowing Sea much more manageable. So yeah, there's that. Last thing that I did, because I was having so much fun using the Instigating Boltcaster to one-shot things from stealth, I actually went to another farming location to get another legendary piece to replace the Mantis piece that I had that had the 10% disarm chance. It just wasn't proccing enough for my liking, so I said, let's get something that I can actually use. So I went to... There's an unmarked location between Backstreet Apparel and the police precinct here on this street. I think it's right... no, I don't want to fast travel. I want to place a marker. It won't let me because it's going to switch between. So it's not like right here, but it's on this center of this square here, this little rounded rectangle. And it is the something Missions Congregation Church. I don't remember the exact name of it. But it is an unmarked building. You walk inside, there are 2 feral ghouls, and they each have a chance of being legendary. And as a result of going in there, and it took like 2 seconds to do, it was like 20 seconds per reload. After about 20 minutes of farming, I got a Sentinel's pauldron, a Sentinel's left arm piece. And I just moved all the mods over from the Mantis piece to this one. It has the Sentinel legendary effect, which reduces the damage that I take while standing still by 15%. And that allows me to... it stacks with rooted, basically, so it'll make me even tankier than I otherwise was. So, there you go. And that's all the changes. So now let's go talk to Maxon. Have I completed the game yet? No. I am almost to the point where I am blind now. I have completed the game up to the glowing sea before this, but I have not gone any further than that. So, I don't have any awareness of anything that happens beyond the glowing sea. Dogmeat, are you okay? Is it up here? Is this what you're trying to show me? Is it in the ammo box? Oh my god, 4 fusion cores. Hell yeah, I'll take that. I'm actually going to take this desk fan too. I'm sure they can afford a replacement because I need a couple of screws for something.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prigman's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, sister?
Sure. Why not? Let's do it. What's the assignment?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off.
So no training, because you guys didn't train me at all.
Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested.
I just love how it pops to Fort Strong and then immediately pops back at it. It just seems silly.
Sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign.
Okay, well that could be problematic.
Wipe out everything that moves.
For both,
and
honestly.
secure that stockpile. Understood?
So, Super Mutants?
Super Mutants? I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super Mutants are no better than Synths. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing technology. Whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of circuits. It's the wrong path for science.
And you're enough of an arbiter of humanity to decide what the right path for science is.
So, can I count on you to get the job done?
I gotta be honest, when I was 20 years old, I was barely enough of an arbiter to figure out what my life was, but anyway.
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
To be fair, random suiciders giving people hugs in the street probably wouldn't be very helpful.
Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Alright then. Again, sorry about this Super Mutants. I don't really have much of a choice though, because you can't just go wandering around giving people hugs with nuclear bombs strapped to your arms, so... Have I tried any of the other Fallouts? I have beaten Fallout 3, although I played it on PS3, so I basically had to speedrun it, because once the game gets above a certain save file size, the game just starts falling apart at the seams. So I basically didn't really do very much of it. I did about 18 hours worth of content in it.
Welcome aboard, Knight.
Thank you.
Instruments are green.
And
we're
that's
clear
about
for
it.
release.
So, all right, buddy, hold on again. We're going for a ride again. Okay, well, that was a smooth takeoff from what it seemed like. It probably was more turbulent from where I was standing, but like if I had been in first person. But oh well. Alright, off to Fort Strong. Let's see what kind of resistance they have waiting for me at this place. What in the hell is that? So here's this giant enemy lobster.
Target acquired.
Remind me not to piss those guys off. There's a super mutant behemoth to take care of. Oh, there he is. See if we can get some hit markers. There we go. I believe you have about 45 seconds to take the behemoth down before the vertibird sustains too much damage and has to leave. So try to keep aimed at it. Even if you overheat, like maybe let it spin down for a second and then try to keep your hit markers on it as best as you can. They will set you down without killing the behemoth if you don't manage to kill it, though. So, there we go. Got it.
Primary target down. Look at that thing bleed. I'm gonna
More
find a place
concerned
to
about
settle
its
down.
backup, honestly.
Hightail it back to the
Played both
police
Fallout 3 in New
station.
Vegas and PS3, and your game would always freeze. Yeah, that was what I was trying to avoid. So, I only played a little bit of it. Maybe one day I'll rectify that and play the whole thing. I definitely want to play all of New Vegas on my PC just to see how that all goes, but, you know, that's another day. Alright, set her down, and I will make my way downtown. Hang on, let me take care of this one first, and that one first. Legendary Super Mutant Butcher. I'll get out for that one. Eh. I can't believe I missed that. Taking a little bit of fire. Can't believe I missed that too. I'll just shoot on body. There we go. So, melee in power armor. Every single hit from a melee weapon in third person is considered medium swing speed. So you always want to swing in third person when you're meleeing in power armor. So, hang on, buddy. I almost got him. Just got to remember to root myself so I get the maximum damage bonus, and then, you know, also remember that that was a legendary enemy. So. Anybody else? Looks like that's it. Okay, buddy, we're done for now. We got to go inside, but we'll get there in a minute. So, the running attack, by the way, in third person is actually also really good. It deals basically the same amount of damage as a power attack, so it'll do us some good. That's a nice minigun you got there. I'll just take the ammo and give it back. All right, where's that butcher? He fall over here? Where did I whack him to? This wasn't him, was it? No, but these guys are in a deathly embrace with one another, so that's cool. Here he is. Poisoner's synth right leg. Yeah, no thanks. I don't think I'll be using that one. That seems a little not so good. Seem like you know a lot about the game. I know a lot about it mechanically speaking. I just haven't played enough of it story-wise to know what happens, that's all. Like, I try to make sure when it's games like this where I'm somewhat blind to it, but not completely, that I know the mechanics at least, so I'm not making a fool out of myself. I mean, I already make enough of a fool out of myself with my aim. You saw me miss those shots. So, try not to make a fool out of myself in terms of the other stuff. These are old naval cannons. All these cannonballs are available for me to take. I'm afraid I'm not going to be using the weapon that you can use with those cannonballs, so instead, let's head inside, shall we, buddy? And see if we can convince them to leave quietly. Something tells me that's not going to happen. I wonder if the vertibird that you come in on could explode if you don't leave. If you don't let it leave quickly enough. I would assume it can. I don't think it's completely invincible, but I don't know that for sure. So, yeah, no, Dogmeat doesn't need that teddy bear. Well, there's at least one legendary super mutant in here. No noise, just death. I have brought death for you. I am become death. Alright, so stand still, get the boost, mutation, lock him in the corner while the other guy shoots me with probably some kind of pipe rifle. Usually super mutants, the best they've got are like miniguns or hunting rifles, so... Oh look, another legendary super mutant butcher. That's helpful. More legendary ammo, or parts to use. Hang on, Dogmeat, watch out. Maybe if you can get off my dog first, then maybe you'll be able to take me out. But you're gonna have to stop focusing on him if you want me to die. I know it's difficult, but you're gonna have to focus on me if you want me to die. Troubleshooter's lead pipe, 50% more damage against robots. Gordon Freeman would like to know your location. Although I think he uses a tire iron rather than that. I haven't played Half-Life in a long time. Sharp leather, right leg. +1 charisma and intelligence. That's not bad. Especially since I already am using leather armor. Like, that seems decent. I will once I can find you. We'll go salvage stuff later. Oh, there you are. What are you gonna splatter now? I feel bad because, like, these guys don't necessarily deserve to die, but they can't have the nukes, you know? Like, them, like I said, them wandering around the Commonwealth with nukes in their hands would not really work out very well. It would probably end with a lot more people dying. So, I think that's it for Super Mutants up on this floor. So I'm going to switch back to first person. Unlock these doors. Like I said, there's some salvage for me to grab. I might grab it now. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Okay, looks like it's up here. There we go.
Sweet.
There's a little bit of salvage that I do want to get. It's mostly fiber optics so that I can have enough to do the modification for the short barrel for the laser gun again once we get to that point. I need a couple of screws, but I already got those from that fan. Need a little silver, so I guess I'm looking for silver stuff. There's the Fort Strong key. I guess I could take this fan if I wanted it. And here's another U.S. Covert Operations Manual. I think that's the 6th one we've gotten, so that's pretty solid. We've done pretty well for ourselves with those. What do telephones give me again? Let's look. Circuitry. I guess I needed a little bit of that as well. Copper and fiberglass. I've got enough fiberglass, but I'll take it. And, okay, well, we got one of the mini-nukes. I'll take that stuff, too. Don't really need anything else. I already modified the whiskey. These guys had good taste. I already modified the whatchamacallit. There's a couple of silver. The pipe bolt action with all of the mods that I wanted on it. You can actually mod it to 50 caliber bullets and all that stuff with just gun nut rank 2, which is pretty crazy. It'll deal quite a lot of damage for a pipe weapon. And with the instigating effect, we'll probably be using that for a decent chunk of the game as a result of its instigating effect. More whiskey. Always take whiskey, although I don't know that we'll need it anymore. I think we have enough great men's hats just from what I have in storage already to last the rest of the game, but you know, I guess we'll figure it out. Alright, can I make it up here? No, not like that. Gonna have to, like, yeah, do something like that to get up here. Okay, still managed to stay up on here. That's good. So I think there's a few things up here that you can just grab. So, although I don't think they're over there, so. Okay. Wasn't sure if I was going to clear that gap. So, just had to figure that part out. Anything? I don't need the screws anymore. I already got some, so I think I'm okay. I think there was a typewriter down on the bottom floor as well, and that's like 4 screws or something, so. Excuse me, I guess I could go grab that one as well. Nothing in the metal box. Did they not think someone was going to jump up here? Okay, I don't need the cotton yarn either, but you know. I'll take the purified water. Looks like it's still closed, so. Some flares. Okay. I think that's everything up here. Let's head downstairs. See what we can find. In the other rooms. A gas mask with goggles. I suppose if that's your thing. I don't know how the hell they got that whole baseball glove in there. But oh yeah, I almost forgot. Since we had this armor and I was already out having fun doing other stuff with the the new weapons and stuff that I got, I actually bothered to... oh, technical document. And another one. And a silver fork. I think that's all the silver I need. Actually changed the headlamp on the Brotherhood of Steel's helmet that they gave us. Normally it's just like a low light yellowish lamp, but I installed a bright headlamp to make it a little bit brighter. It might be too bright on the stream because the brightness is a little higher on the stream than it is for me here, but it works pretty well for me. So.
Bertram and I snuck down to take an early look. When I heard that the eggheads were designing a man-portable nuke launcher, I thought they were nuts. But they actually got the damn thing to work. And after seeing the real thing sitting right in front of me, I think they could be just enough to tip the balance of this war in our favor. I mean, can you imagine the look on the enemy's face when we get dropped into Anchorage carrying these babies?
Yeah, I'd be surprised they wouldn't laugh you out of town, considering the fact that they're like, why use a catapult with a nuclear bomb on it when you could use a missile launcher from so much farther away? It just doesn't compute for me. I don't understand it. I feel like I'm taking the piss there, but I don't get fat mans and mini-nukes. They just seem directly inferior due to all the collateral damage you could cause to just using a missile launcher. It's not like missile launchers don't exist in this world. Come on, buddy, into the elevator. Down we go. Alright, so we're on the lookout for biometric scanners and microscopes. Those are the things that have fiber optics in them. There's some other stuff that has it as well, but those are the ones that are probably the most common things with fiber optics in them. There's another technical document. I swung my weapon for no reason. Is this a desk? No. Okay. Don't need cigarettes, thank y'all. Not smoking. Might be smoking by the time I'm out of here, considering the enemies might smack my armor around a little bit, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so they're down there. Let's check the other room here. Yeah, okay, shower room. Anything in the mirrors? Nope. I always step away from... Really? You'll forgive me if I don't reach down into that toilet to take that purified water. I know it's sealed in a thing, but that's just about the worst place you could have put it. What was I saying? Yeah, you'll forgive me if I... No, that was the purified water. I was saying something else. My train of thought is gone. That's great. Anyway. I think one of these guys has a missile launcher, so I want to be a little careful of him. And there he is right there. Okay, got him. You okay, Dogmeat? Hang on. Got him. Try to swing away from you. Okay, they're over here. Slightly irradiated in this room, but that's okay. What, did you guys leave all your best guys up top? I guess so. Because we're done. Alright then, that was easy. Staples button. I still don't have a staples button. I need to get that prop, so because I keep making that joke, so I need to get like a prop that just lets me, I think that's aluminum. I guess I'll take it. I don't think I need it, but you never know how many repairs you'll need to make. Yeah, I keep making that staples button joke, but I never get a prop for it, so I think I need to invest in a prop for it. Man, you had quite a bit of stuff there, didn't you? I'll take the silver table knife. I think I only need 3 silver, but since I'm already taking all this stuff anyway, I figure I might as well just... Oh, 50 cal. Might as well just take it while I'm thinking about it, you know. 308s, 5mm rounds. All good, all good. I was going to say, I think there's a microscope in here, because this is the lab. I've done this mission before. It's been a while, but I've done this one before, so I have a vague recollection. Sorry, Dogmeat, that's probably blinding. Am I using the materials to build for? So I'm... Ooh, Carlisle typewriter. Using them just basically for the mods, for my weapons, to finish out my weapon mods, and also for my power armor mods as well. There's a couple that I want to grab. Should I take this missile launcher? I guess it sells for a bit, so... So yeah, basically just mods. I have all of the building materials, basically, that I need at this point, so I don't really need to worry about that. It's mostly just the mods on my armor. Once I have all that done, I don't think I need to really collect materials for the rest of the game, to be honest. We were very diligent about collecting a bunch of junk in the first few streams before I got to Diamond City, so I've got quite a junk collection. So, well, found the explosive ordnance they were looking for, and yeah, this would have been problematic for the Super Mutants if they got it all open. Of course, knowing that they wouldn't have just, you know, tried to swing at it when they couldn't get it open and accidentally blew themselves all up. I did level up, didn't I? I should fix that. But either way, the explosion would not have helped out either, so it's probably for the best we got it out of their hands. So there you go. Alright, so next level, I'm going to take Gunslinger rank 2. The main draw of this one, it increases your damage for your pistols and stuff, but it also increases their range as well. I think it's by 25% for this rank, and then 25% for the next one. So, pretty good. It'll make it easier for us to hit things out at range with pistols, and pistols sometimes don't have good range, so a good investment, I think. Didn't even know you could upgrade your guns and armor until your second playthrough. Yeah, that's, probably would have made the game a little more challenging, not knowing that, but I don't know. I mean, some of the weapons are really strong just at base. Like, we got the, this one from Swan last episode, and this is good just by itself. You get it with the mod puncturing already on it. This will carry you through the whole game, so. How are we doing now? Ooh, 82? 61, 84. That's going to be -4, though, because of the short barrel, so it's like 57, but that's nothing to sneeze at either. So, all right. That takes care of that. I think there might be a couple other little things we can look at. Maybe more technical documents, but I should take that Nuka-Cola for Sheffield. I don't think I mentioned it, but the... while I was running around doing all that stuff with the just having fun with my fancy new toys, Red Rocket Truck Stop came under attack, and it said they suffered damage in the attack, so they might have, like, okay, well, one food is damaged, I guess, and the defense is repairing itself, but, like, one food is fine. Sheffield's the only person there, so all he needs is one food. But I'm going to probably go back there, because I know dogs in the Fallout universe don't suffer the effects of radiation, but I still don't like the idea of bringing Dogmeat along with me to the Glowing Sea, even though he's kind of really important for the overall feel of the playthrough. I wouldn't feel comfortable bringing a dog into an irradiated hellscape, so I'm going to go it myself, and he can keep an eye on Sheffield, make sure he doesn't get into anything crazy while we're at it. Paladin?
Paladin dance.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Actually, I just have way too much strength in this frame. Like, I was already too strong before getting in it, so now I'm just a powerhouse.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
Hate's too gentle a word.
Figured I'd try.
These
Didn't think I was gonna
are
get it.
just
Figured
another
I'd try.
example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear.
So you're gonna kill them in a preemptive strike?
I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
Because that makes you less of a Nazi and more of an American imperialist.
Don't apologize. It reminds me why I'm doing this.
Thank you, sister. It's good to know you're taking my advice to heart.
I mean, I am, but probably not for the reason that you think I
What's
am.
important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Pridwin and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
All right, then. I'll see you there. Are you going to take the elevator too? Yep. Okay. That's fine. Come on, Dogmeat. We got to go back to the Pridwin so that he can dismiss me and we can go to the glowing sea. Well, not we. Sorry, buddy, but you're not going to come along on this adventure. As I said last time, I know that having Clifford the Big Red Dog would be a whole lot of fun, but I don't trust that you'll mutate into Clifford the Big Red Dog. You might mutate into something else, so... Yeah, sorry, buddy. This is one I'll be going alone. But I will be back. And after that point, I think we do have to fast travel back to the glowing sea a couple of times, but I'll just take him with me anyway at that point. I'm not going to dismiss him every time I go there because that would be a lot of work. Like a full day in-game, because I'd have to take him back to... I could take him to any of my settlements except home plate. I can't dismiss him there. Oh, fun. Radstorm. Think this is a test of what's to come? What'd you find over here? Well, that probably had some sort of memorial on it, but... More cannons. Wonder if this is what he found. Well, even if it wasn't, I found it, so we've got it now. There are a lot of cannonballs here. Have to remember that if I ever end up using... There's a heavy weapon that you can use later in the game called the Broadsider after you complete a side quest that I haven't done yet. And it takes cannonballs as its ammo. And they're kind of rare from what I understand, but this might be a decent place of it to have some. Like, I don't know if the cannonballs out here respawn, but if they do, then so much the better. All right, back to the Pridwin. We could walk over. It's not too far, and there's not too much in the way of stuff to get there, but it's okay. Oh, look, the Radstorm is over. Like, we basically walk across this bridge, and we'd end up... This is Easy City Downs, this square-looking thing here, and then we'd basically be at the airport after that. So, not a whole lot going on there. Probably just one little raider encounter, because I think Easy City Downs has a couple of raiders to deal with, but it's okay. We're good where we are.
Ad Victorium, sister.
Yeah, ad Victorium to you too. I think we didn't check our whatchamacallit either. What was the thing in my miscellaneous to do? Our personal storage container. We didn't check on that, so I'm going to check on that as well in a moment once we talk to Maxon and finish this quest out. So let's do that.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
Thanks, I think.
So, what happens at Fort Strong now?
Paladin Dance is supervising the transfer of the Fat Man warheads to the Pridwin. They'll provide quite an edge to our arsenal. I've also ordered a detachment to occupy the location, and use it as a staging area to protect the eastern side of the airport.
Okay.
All in all, you handed us quite a valuable location.
Yeah, still don't know how I feel about that, but anyway.
It was a piece of cake.
I'm glad you feel that way, because it only gets more difficult from here. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport.
Ooh.
Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pipboy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
I like these vertibirds. They're basically like a solution for people who don't want to fast travel in these games, which I understand, because if I wasn't on a stream and didn't have like a time limit, I'd be using them. So that's fair.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware
I might
that
still
Fort
use
Strong
them a
is
little
simply
bit
the
as
first
well,
step towards
just
the
because I
liberation of
like
the
them.
Commonwealth.
So
An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team.
yeah, I had a feeling that
According
was
to
your
our
reasoning.
scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear.
Take the tech?
Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs.
Eliminated,
To accomplish this
huh?
goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Well, that's probably on purpose. The Institute isn't exactly easy to be found, so...
Where do I start?
I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met.
Still do.
So I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
Probably a couple of them. Sure, actually. Institute records, energy readings. Let's try this first.
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
Our records indicate that the Institute
I'm getting a
was born from
phone
the
call
remnants of a
in
pre-war
the middle of the
educational
stream.
facility. The Commonwealth Institute.
I won't answer it, but
The ruins of the facility are at the
I'll
center
take
of
it
the
off my
city.
desk so it's not
We've
vibrating
already
the
searched
desk.
them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago. So it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
Yeah, let my ringtone finish up, and then I'll let you know what else. There we go.
Could those mysterious energy readings that Paladin Dance's recon team detected be related to teleportation?
The level of technology that the Institute possesses is far beyond our own. So we're not certain.
Well, I'm glad that's not novel
That
information
would
for
explain
you.
why the readings are so random and short-lived. I'll have our scribes focus on improving our scanning techniques to learn more. Anything else you wanted to ask, Knight?
Any suggestions of where to go next?
Any suggestions on where I should look next?
Hey,
Your
I
meeting
basically
with
said
Dr.
that.
Amari seemed fairly telling. If the Institute has the capability to teleport its synths, then we're in for quite a fight. There must be a way to tap into the teleport signal, and your mysterious lead in the glowing sea could provide us with the answer.
You're
If you need any
very
assistance
well
mitigating
informed.
the radiation in that godforsaken
I guess
location,
Dance told them a lot, didn't he?
speak to Proctor Tegan. I'm certain he'd be willing to help.
Am I going to play the game with the Brotherhood? I don't know yet. I'm not a big fan of them, to be honest. I feel like they wear their lack of faith in anything that isn't human on their sleeves pretty hard, and that
Not right
just
now, Albert.
doesn't
Very
mesh
well,
with
then.
me very well.
Dismissed.
But I haven't met all the factions because I've only played up to the Glowing Sea, so I don't have any idea what the Institute's up to in terms of how their faction works. So I'm trying to play a good chunk of all of the faction quests just to get a good idea of all of them before I decide which one I'm gonna pick. So don't really like the Brotherhood either. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me because I mentioned it last time, but Maxon just feels like he had a complete 180 in his character development since Fallout 3, because I made an effort of actually talking to him at length in Fallout 3, and I don't know, he just seems so different from how he was. But,
Okay, sure. Firing.
no. Okay. Yeah, he just seems so different from how he was, and the whole, okay, so the entirety of the Institute and all of the people that made the synths and the synths themselves have to be eliminated. That feels like it goes completely against Brotherhood doctrine. Like, don't they normally hoard that tech? Wouldn't they want to, like, maybe they want to kill the scientists, but wouldn't they want to, like, recruit the scientists and hoard the tech so that they could study it and keep it out of other people's hands? Like, destroying it seems like a complete, like, it just seems completely against everything the Brotherhood has done in other games in the series, from what I understand, and it's definitely not the morally good Brotherhood from Fallout 3, so I don't know. It's weird to me. Oh, I think, if I remember correctly, I've got some technical documents, so we should turn those into Tegan, but yeah. There's just a fusion core in Cade's trash can. I don't know why he left it there, but okay.
Proctor Quinlan?
It sounds like we owe you our gratitude for wiping out those monsters at Fort Strong. Now, did you have any documents for me? Or perhaps
Actually,
you were
I do.
interested in aiding a research patrol?
Actually, I'm not, but I do have documents for you, so you
I
can
found
get
some
that out of my
technical
quest log.
Ah, good. I was beginning to run out of materials to study. Here are the caps that I promised.
Okay, 25 caps a document, that's not bad. I don't think they weigh anything either, so I guess I'll just pick them up and
Check
come
every
back
building
for a
you
few
explore
caps every
during
now
your
and then. Why
patrols
not?
very carefully.
Hey, still kicking. How you doing? It's going pretty good for me. How's it going for you? We just cleared out Fort Strong, and now I'm making my final preparations before we head to the Glowing Sea. So that's on the chopping block right now. How is my armor doing in terms of durability? 100, 88, 91, 88, 70. And that's it. Hang on. There was one more, wasn't there? There, yeah, 395 of 500. Okay, I think we're okay. I don't think I need to repair just yet. I might do it anyway because I think I'm going to have to go back to home plate to store some stuff before I go. But, yeah, we'll see. Alright, so he mentioned that Dance was doing stuff down at the airport to transfer the nukes over. I was going to transfer him to one of my settlements because from what I've been told, you want to do that so he doesn't end up doing something that, like, really bad later in the game. Like, it could cause problems with something later in the game. It didn't get into why, but it could cause problems later in the game if you don't take him to another settlement. But, maybe I'll do that after he's done with the transfer of the nukes. So after I go to the glowing sea.
Yeah, research patrol.
Babysitting field scribe. Prestigious.
Still kicking. There you go. Wildfire's making it very smoky here, so you wish you could go outside, but you can't. That sucks. Sorry to hear about the wildfires. Hopefully they... I know that they don't exactly clear up for a while, depending on...
I bet he's handy in a fight.
He is, actually, depending on the time of year, but...
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
I mean, to be fair, you could probably do them in that armor, no problem. Alright, buddy, take me to him, and then after that we'll, I don't know, should I try out one of the signal grenades yet, or should I wait before I... You really want me to take their stuff? Okay. You're the boss when it comes to treasure. But yeah, I'm trying to think how I want to do this, because we could use the signal grenades to get to where I'm going next. But I might use one of those just to leave from Red Rocket to... Because I'm going to start my journey into the glowing sea at Fort Hagen and basically end up going south and, well, west and south and west and south to get there. So I might use it to go from here to there. But if I fast travel now, I think it'll be almost morning by the time we get to Red Rocket, and then I can, like, make any repairs I need to and go back to Sanctuary if I need to as well, so... Let's see how Sheffield's doing after the attack that he suffered off-screen. I just sort of let those attacks happen, to be honest. It's like, okay, if something bad happens, I'll just go repair or something. I don't know.
Hey.
Alright, buddy. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to trade with you. Stop running away from me. Oi.
Hey.
Oi. You're being ornery today. Let me see what you've got in there. Anything that I don't... I mean, I'll take that teddy. And then give it back. Nothing standing outside trying to attack the settlement again? Okay, good.
How you doing, buddy?
Alright, listen. I know that you've been faithfully following me, but I don't want you mutating in the glowing sea, so you can stay here with Sheffield. Keep him safe, okay?
Go on. Wait for me at home.
Just send him right here. Be nice and easy for him to go there. Won't have to worry about it. Is this stuff repaired, or do I need to go to Sanctuary and fix it? Enter is repair. You need steel, circuitry, gears, and oil. I think I have all that. So sure, there you go. Looks like everything else is fixed as well. So I guess it's good that I did grab a little bit of that junk while I was in Fort Strong, because it'll help me repair this thing. And that also means that I can basically just head straight for the glowing sea now. Although I should probably grab a little bit of stuff from Sanctuary to bring it back here if I need steel, gears, oil, and circuitry, because I have a bunch of that, and I'm already right next to Sanctuary anyway, so I might as well, you know. Feels like such a long time since we were last in Sanctuary, but, well, here we are again. Oh, good, that guy's Drifter outfit respawned. How the hell's that even work? I don't know, whatever. I'm sure Codsworth's having fun just being Codsworth over here. As far as I'm aware, I think if I remember correctly, I looked it up, and Codsworth will stay here in Sanctuary until you finish the quest that I've been avoiding in Concord. So, like, you can take him as a companion, but every time you dismiss him, even if you send him somewhere else, he'll always come back here. So, I guess that's why he was back here. It's less that he's defective and more that he's hard programmed to not go anywhere else. So that's fun. Alright, so take the fusion core out real quick just to make sure. I guess I'm grabbing a little bit of stuff. Carla, do you have anything interesting that I could check in with?
Hey, Carla. Need to pick something up? Road's pretty long from here.
Is the road long enough for your Brahmin to not be here yet?
Let's see what you have.
I didn't even see it on the road. Hopefully it didn't die or something. That would suck. I've got a few things I can get rid of. I don't know if she'll have anything I want, though, because she usually doesn't sell the 50 caliber or 44 rounds that I have, and I don't see them there in her inventory. So I guess I'll see what she has that would be worth 114 caps. She still has Big Jim. I still sold that to her. Maybe I should buy that back, although I'm not going to use it, so maybe I shouldn't. Excuse me, let me see what else you've got. I guess I could buy an Addictol from her just to have. I mean, I haven't been needing to use the Great Mentats recently, but I guess it can never hurt to have enough of those, right? I should also probably eat something since I just went through a whole day to get here, so maybe I'll take some dirty water too. Oh yeah, and I gotta give her some money now because I was like, wait a minute, hang on. Where'd my money go? Don't need bobby pins. Do you have anything in here that would be fiber optics wise? Because that would probably, not fiberglass, fiber optics specifically. I'm just looking at the material, so if it's down somewhere, I'm sure I'll see it. Let's see here. Yes, you have 3 microscopes. I will take all of those, Carla. Those will come in very handy. So, and I think I have all the other materials that I need, so. If I look for Carla's Brahmin on the roof of the workshop house, it always seems to spawn there in your runs. That's funny as hell. I have not looked up there, but I'm going to look up there now just to see if that's where it ended up. Oh boy. I think I'll keep the lead pipe, honestly. Like, it'll probably come in handy. The Poisoner's Synthite Leg, not so much, but, you know. And, yeah, I won't need the Charisma and Intelligence from this, because if I need the Charisma, I've got Great Mentats, and I don't really need the Intelligence. We're leveling up decently enough as it is, so. So there you go. What else do I have that I can give you? Deathclaw Steak that I'm probably going to eat. Oh, I have 2 buff out. I guess I can give you that. Jet and some Med-X. I'm going to keep the Mentats, though. Yeah, I'll keep the Tarberry as well in case I decide I want to eat it on the road or something. I have whiskey in my... That's weird. Is it just a whiskey bottle and it's just labeled whiskey? Interesting. I didn't know it could do that. Okay, well, you learn something new every day, I suppose. 88, so... There we go. Even trade. Well, I see a vertibird. I don't see the Brahmin, but I suppose it could be on any one of the other houses, to be fair. So there you go. Hell, it could be on one of the ones that's not in such good shape there. I wonder if they're doing, like, test flights or something, and that's why they're doing that. Looks like they're landing whatever they're doing over there, though, so that's cool. Hope they're not messing with the Abernathies, or I'm going to have to be a little unhappy with them. Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Late AF, been cooking. Oh, that's okay. We just cleared out Fort Strong for the Brotherhood, and that was the last mission we needed to do with them, so I was just stopping off at Sanctuary. Since I dropped off Dogmeat at Red Rocket to keep Sheffield from, you know, having any troubles. So I was picking some stuff up real quick right here, and I have fiber optics right here. I'm going to take most of that. Yeah, I was just dropping some stuff off, and then we're going to actually head to the Glowing Sea after this. So what else did we need? We needed steel, so let's grab a little of that. We also needed oil. That's what else we needed, so just grab like 30 of that. And I don't know if I have any oil left in my junk here. No, looks like that cooking oil ended up getting stored in Red Rocket's stuff, but I can put the rest of that stuff in there once I'm done here and I get back there. But yeah, the plan is now to, well, actually, the plan is now is to eat breakfast because I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so let's do that. One of those, and one of those, and I guess I got a little purified water handy. That's nice. I'll just eat this Tarberry on top, why not? Gotta get rid of that and the silk beans, so might as well. Okay, so, like I said, plan of action is to store some of that stuff for turret repair over at Red Rocket. And then while Dogmeat and Sheffield hang out, we will make our way for the Glowing Sea and go it ourselves for the first time since stream number 1. So, we'll come back for Dogmeat as soon as I'm done in the Glowing Sea, though. And like I said, there will probably be times where we'll be fast traveling back to the Glowing Sea after we first go there. But I'm just going to take him with me then because it'd be too much of a hassle to constantly be switching him in and out, I think. Like having to come back here and then go all the way down. It'd take like a whole day to get there. So I said, nah, we'll just do this the normal way. We got 17 spare fusion cores though, so that's pretty handy. Oh, there's her Brahmin. Must have taken the long way around. She's in Sanctuary there, young ladies. So go ahead for her. I'm sure she's waiting for you. You tried to shortcut making gathering and crafting stuff in 14. It didn't work. You'll do the damn intended crafting path. I've heard that some of those macros are a little sketchy.
Thank you.
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. So.
Hey, Sheffield. What do you think about coming to work for me?
What do you mean? What do you think about coming to work for me? I was trying to trade with him.
Shot my liver.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing well anyway. I was going to trade him the Nuka-Cola that I have, but I guess he doesn't want it, so we just won't. I'll just keep it for myself, I guess. Alright, so I'm keeping the fiber optics because that's done. We don't need that anymore. I actually don't need fiber optics at all anymore since I've got all that from Sanctuary. I don't need the silver, I don't need screws, I don't need... I needed a little circuitry, but I think... Well, actually, I put most of it away, and I think I grabbed some circuitry from something here, didn't I? Something here had circuitry in it. Okay, maybe it didn't, so I'll just grab... I meant to grab 2, but I guess I'll grab them one at a time, sure. Oh, you don't use macros. The issue is that your stats aren't high enough. You couldn't high quality the stuff if your life depended on it. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem too, yeah. Not good. Sorry to hear that. Oh, Sheffield always starts up to that line. If you open another conversation right after that, you can trade with him. Okay. Then let's do that while he's busy. Tend in the fields, making mute fruit flavored Nuka-Cola.
Can we trade a few things?
Ah, there we go. Okay. Give him all the Nuka-Cola that I find, if I remember to take it. Not the Quantum, though. That stuff is mine. If I don't want anything else in his body to be shot, and that Nuka-Cola Quantum would probably shoot the rest of his organs, so... Although Nuka-Cola itself probably isn't all that good for him, because it has, like, basically every sugar substitute in the world in it, on top of, like, a whole bunch of other stuff that's not good for you, so... I don't know if that's going to help him, to be honest. Okay, so for completing Show No Mercy, we get access to Vertibird signal grenades. Again, this behaves like an alternative to fast travel for you. So you throw one down, and they will send a Vertibird to your location. This will be the first time we use it, so we'll get an opportunity to see how it works. We'll take it all the way down to Fort Hagen, and we'll get there like significantly faster than we would if we fast traveled. So like it's 10:07 a.m. we'll probably get there at like 1 o'clock. If we fast traveled down there, we probably wouldn't get there until, I don't know, like at least 4. We'd be losing daylight going straight to the glowing sea. I'd have to stop and camp on the edge. Probably wouldn't work out. I think I said I was going to stop off at home plate, but that's okay. It's fine. We've got, 238 pounds of carry weight left. We'll be good. They do need to find a stable place to land these vertibirds, though, so just be careful of that before you do it. But then we can get in them and go from there. All right, so open up the map right here. Select a place to go. It'll give you the same prompt as if you were regularly fast traveling there, but it basically, once you select yes,
instruments read all clear. We're green for takeoff.
The vertibird will take off. And now you can head to that destination.
Should be loaded and ready to fire. Good shooting, ma'am.
I will attempt to not shoot down the locals, thank you very much. You guys don't need that PR headache. And neither do I, to be fair. You only use them in survival mode, having been shot down in them before? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, being shot down in one of these things probably wouldn't work out too well, to be fair. And hey, Metroid, how you doing? Welcome back. We finished Show No Mercy. I'm on my way to Fort Hagen as my base of operations before heading to the Glowing Sea. We're being shot at by synths right now, so that's fun. But the further along we get, the less likely they're I mean, they're already aiming like stupid, as you can see by the blue lasers that are firing off into the stratosphere over there. Hardly hit the broadside of a barn. But yeah, the further we fly, the less likely they will be to shoot us down. I'm a little concerned about going over highways, though, because usually there are gunners on top of highways, and they're, well, not necessarily more accurate, but they can be if they decide to aggro on. Like, I don't know why things aggro onto these vertibirds, to be honest. Like, I guess it's because they don't want the Brotherhood to be in their neighborhood, but it just feels like, what do you think you're going to do? You're 100 feet below us with a bunch of pop guns. Like, if you had, like, a missile launcher or something, I could see it. But if you don't have anti-air, what are you going to do to this thing? And to be fair, the pilots already crashed these things enough without any prompting. So, you know. The pilots of these vertibirds are not so good at their jobs. Let's just say that. So... Okay, but we made it here in one piece, so that's a good thing. Thanks for the assist, Lancer Initiate. Carry on. They're flying loot boxes. Imagine the tech you could get from shooting one down. Yeah, and I see that point, but... like, how many laser beams does it take to shoot down a whole-ass helicopter, you know? Like, it just seems like a waste of ammo at a certain point, but... I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I'm taking the piss about something, to be fair. So, it's happened before. Okay, so, past Greater Mass Blood Clinic, I showed this parking garage before, the one with all the APCs next to it. But I'm going to show it again because, actually, it's a very good location for grabbing adhesive if you need it. I will show you why by going down here. So let's head to the garage. It's in the same place as the power armor frame that's down here, all the adhesive that you can get. So I will show you what you can do with it. So, head in here, and yeah, there's already some stuff in this tool chest. There's like 6 adhesive right there. The main adhesive that you'll get, though, is on this cabinet, because there is 1, 2, 3 economy wonder glue and 2 regular wonder glue. That respawns every 3 days in game. So that is 19 adhesive that you can get every 3 days, not including anything that you'll get from the other toolboxes. So that's a lot of adhesive. And again, you can get it every 3 days. It's almost as much as a full shipment, and it's free. So take advantage of that, because it's a significant source of adhesive, and adhesive is usually the #1 thing that most people need when they need to make mods and stuff. I grabbed that. We don't really need the adhesive, but I grabbed it just because I figure, you know, what if I need it for something, or I decide to do something else later. And that's also true as well. If you don't need the adhesive, this stuff sells. It's really valuable too. Like, it's good for using for your own needs, but it's also got decent value. 20 value, that's not bad at all. Economy Wonder Glue probably sells for, yeah, double that, so there you go. It's quite nice. Glue is a really solid staple of this game's materials for the crafting system. So, there you go. By the way, in case it wasn't clear at this point, the reason why I haven't really been taking any of the other power armor frames is because I knew we'd just be getting this full set here, and I showed it at the beginning of the stream, but we have over 1,000 ballistic resistance in this thing, and 850 energy resistance. That's like probably 6 times the amount of ballistic resistance I had in my regular armor with rooted, and then 4 times the energy resistance, a little over that actually, along with, you know, 1,070 rad resistance because of the bloatfly, baked bloatfly that I ate. But it's a lot, again, to the point where you basically get diminishing returns on a lot of that defense, but, you know, it's still good. Alright, so here's the plan. The Glowing Sea is south of us. There's a lot of stuff to discover on the way there. But I have a plan to get us to where we need to go without having to really follow too many directions. So we can add this. I think the map has you go to a waypoint, but I think if you go directly to where you need to go, it'll just get you to that point in the quest anyway. This is not where Virgil is. That's just the edge of the glowing sea right there. They'll give you more way markers as you go. But I have a plan to take us to a few different places that will get us a little closer. I want to go west of the blood clinic here to one place. I think it's actually at the edge of this road, or this highway. Then we're going to go south from there because there is another location directly south of that that's going to get us pretty close. We're going to go west of that location, and then we're going to go south of that location, and it'll take us all the way to where we need to go. Man, Elmer's glue is the gold of the post-apocalypse. It's like 6 times the number, but the effective resist isn't that much. It's a bell curve of sorts. Yeah, so it doesn't really block as much as it seems like it does. I mean, we can take a lot of fire at this point and still be fine, but it diminishes after a while to the point where having that 150, 200 that I have is probably only about 10% worse than what I've got on right now in most cases. So that being said, there are a lot of nasty things in the glowing sea that are also probably a higher level than I am at the moment. I'm at 22 and they're probably in the 30s, so we're going to want to be careful of that. I also want to be careful of anything that might crop up here at the Boston Mayoral Shelter, although it looks like it's pretty well abandoned. So very well abandoned considering all of the dead bodies. Let's check the terminal. So yeah, I've got a few locations planned just to kind of be on the way for us. So hopefully it'll be, hopefully it'll be interesting. I don't think we're going to go directly to the crater. There is something directly in the crater that you can go to, but I don't even know if the radiation resistance on this thing will be enough to keep me alive in the literal crater of the apocalypse. Like, I know the half-life of uranium, guys. That shit is never coming clean. Well, there's a lot of dead people. Let's see if there's more inside. Wonder what Charlotte's perception of the mayor of Boston was at this point in time. Because if he's a feral ghoul down here, and she wasn't a big fan of him, well, she might get her wish. I'm gonna put the sledgehammer back on. It's probably just turrets, though, isn't it? Like, I figure that's probably the most that's down here. I've never been in here, though, so that's another reason why I wanted to come in here, because I don't know what to expect. And honestly, sometimes I feel like that makes for the most interesting locations. Especially if something scares the shit out of me down here in a cave. Like, what if there's just a Deathclaw down here? Which we still haven't seen, by the way. We will! We're going to the right place for it. What did I say about turrets? Just aren't enough of a Chad to live in the crater like some people do. That is correct. That is 100% true, yes. I just don't have the Chadness to do it. God, I love this gun. This is the gun that I farmed for after the end of the last episode. It's a pipe bolt action pistol. I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, so I know this is redundant for a couple of people in the chat, but here's what I got. This is a pipe bolt action pistol. It looks kind of god-awful in here, but actually it kind of looks fairly well put together. The coppers sort of look like they match a little better when I take it out in the actual game. It fires 50 caliber bullets, despite being a pistol. It has a suppressor, and it deals double damage if the target is at full health. And again, that stacks with sneak attack bonuses. So it deals 4 times damage if the target is at full health and hasn't noticed me yet. We won't get a lot of sneak attacks right now because we're in power armor, but we will get them later, so. It is. It's one of the strongest effects on snipers. I wasn't going to use this as a sniper rifle per se, because I don't have riflemen. But I thought about, okay, what do I want to use this gun for? Because I already have Righteous Authority and Kellogg's pistol, and those are my VATS pistols. So I said, okay, I need something outside of VATS. So what am I going to use outside of VATS? Stealth stuff. Okay, cool. So I said, what can I use in stealth? This is the strongest gun that I could find that's also a pistol in stealth, and instigating just seems like an awesome effect. I've one-shotted some crazy legendary enemies with this thing already. Again, I was having so much fun with it, I went out and got another legendary item because I was having so much fun with it, so I can't do that in power armor. I'll come back to it in a sec, after we see what else is in here. Again, was looking for biometric scanners, probably don't need to anymore. Is this irradiated? Yeah, slightly. It's okay, though. Just a little bit of pencil in the water, no big deal. There's an elevator? Okay. Excuse me, Fumigous blowtorch. I don't know if we can find that anywhere else. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, and Mr. Sandman also stacks with it as well. I'm thinking about maybe taking Mr. Sandman. Either that or 2 points in agility in the first rank of ninja. But I'm not really sure which one I'm gonna take just yet, so that's gonna explode. I can see the gas in the air. If I could close the elevator door and, like, explode it, I would. I got a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna quick save before this thing blows me up. Just step around a corner and just BOOM! Just the loudest sound effect we've heard in this entire game. I heard something shift. Ah, that's what I heard. Okay. And there are 2 turrets. I wonder how damaging these ones are. Doesn't seem like it's too bad. So far, anyway. As I say, that's it. Show me your heart. Show me your face. Toolbox. Sure, why not? So yeah, we might end up taking Mr. Sandman later. Originally, my plan was that the build was basically going to be complete at level 34, and I'd just take random stuff until I got to 38, 39, and 40, where I would take the last 2 ranks of Gun Nut, Armorer, and then Lone Wanderer rank 3. But I said I was going to take, like, Medic rank 3, and then I was like, I don't know if I'm going to need all that. I mean, I'm going to take Medic rank 2, but I don't know if I'm going to need Medic rank 3. And then I was going to take Sneak 4, but Sneak 4 is really, really strong, like, to the point where I don't know if I want to take it, because the nice thing about stealth that makes it at least somewhat balanced is that they made it so that armor weight has a greater effect on how stealthy you are in Fallout 4 to kind of balance things out a little bit. When you get Sneak rank 4, not only can you walk at normal speed without alerting guards more often, the weight of your armor is also completely negated in terms of how stealthy you are. So it's kind of crazy, and it makes stealth really, really strong. I would rather actually play the video game rather than the video game just playing itself. So I'm gonna probably not take Sneak rank 4. It's pretty strong. Can lockpick and power armor, you can't hack a terminal? What kind of bullshit? You can hack terminals, you just can't use terminals while sitting in a chair. The game doesn't like it. Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to sit in a chair with an armored suit like this, to be fair. Well, here's the mayor's shelter. He left bourbon on the table. That's not a good sign. Didn't drink yourself to death in the apocalypse? This place is kind of spooky, if I'm being honest. Like, it's got that vibe to it where it's like, it's just spooky because there's nothing here, so your brain starts to, like, fill in the gaps, you know? So, of course, that might change in a minute, but, you know. Industrial size shortening. I don't think that gives you much of anything, so. Well, there's a suitcase and an explosives box. True, it's also pretty hard to type on a keyboard while wearing big metal gloves. That is also fair. Where's all this fucking alcohol coming from? Hasn't it been 200 years since the bombs dropped? I think they gave, because this is the Boston mayoral shelter, so this place has probably been mostly closed up since the bombs fell. So they probably gave him all of this stuff before the bombs fell, and it's just been in here, and he didn't end up drinking all of it because he died or something. So, yeah, it's a bomb shelter. I'd stock booze too. I mean, that's fair. If you're gonna be stuck underground for 200 years, then yeah, that's about right. We got a key. I don't know what that's gonna do for me, but we're gonna find out. I'm just waiting for something, like, I'm waiting for him to just be a glowing one and just, like, jump out at me, you know? I don't know why there's always bobby pins in the washers and dryers in this game. It's fine, but, you know. Okay, well, we can't get through that door, so that's unfortunate. But there might be something else I can do with the key, to be fair. Silver pocket watch, frame. Oh, okay, it unlocks the safe. Cool. Let's see what's in the not safe first. Powerful pipe bolt action rifle, shadowed combat armor, right arm. Not bad. And what do we have here?
There we go.
Astoundingly awesome tales. This one lets us regenerate 1 point of health per minute. Great. I guess all of the lead and shit in the water has finally mutated me slightly. Fun. It's really not that effective because, again, it's only 1 health per minute, so... I guess if you're just wandering around, you'll get a little bit of extra HP regen, but it's really not that much. So it doesn't make enough of a difference. Like, really, not even 10? Like, yeah, at least in, like, Dragon's Dogma, like, they tried to balance it in Dragon's Dogma, the health regen as well, so that you had to get up to, like, rank 9 in one of the jobs to get it. But at least there it was, like, 3 HP every, I forget if it's, like, every 10 seconds or something like that, so... Carry weight's still good. I'll take most of this stuff. Don't need the rest. Well, I don't know what's back here. And
No way I can pick this.
not getting through it anytime soon, so... There you go. There's something for everybody else to look for when they go in here. I feel like there's going to be a turret in one of these rooms. So, wish you could just break down doors. They do have that in... I know in Skyrim... Ooh, an overdue book. I know in Skyrim they have that where you can just bash a lock and it gets rid of it. So, ooh, a Mr. Gutsy model kit as well. So this is why I didn't keep the other stuff, because there are model kits scattered throughout the world, and if you build them, you get a model out of it. This Mr. Gutsy model. So if I find them anywhere else, I'll probably sell them, but if we build them ourselves, I'll keep them for my house. As long as I remember to stick them in the right place, to be fair. Oh, there's a terminal for a safe there. Cool. How many people were down here? How many secretaries did he need? Boston Mayoral Shelter bathroom key. Okay, now we're getting a little excessive here. That's a master terminal, so we're not getting into his supply cache. 8 alcohol, so yeah, its space can go something else, that's true. Very least alcohol will be valuable to trade with. Yeah, and you know, after you get out of the whole mess, yeah, it'd be valuable to trade with. Fallout 4 doesn't have base health regen, so you can see it having use in survival. Yeah, in survival, like, any advantage you can get definitely would be helpful, because survival mode is pretty vicious in this game, so I could see it. I wonder if it stacks with the wait function, so like if you wait an hour in game, does that give you 60 HP back? I don't know how that would work. I don't even know if you can wait in survival mode, to be honest. I've never played survival. I like my survival modes to be a little more modular, and usually with Bethesda it's kind of all or nothing, so. So we got a bathroom key. You know, that might be the door back there, to be honest. It might be a bathroom key. This place just keeps going. I'll take the quantum. I don't know what the hell is in this place, but there's just a lot going on. I'm starting to get concerned to the point where, oh, they had a basketball court. To the point where I feel like something is about to jump out at me. Like we're almost to what I would think would be the end of this place. So was this a bathroom? Oh my god, hello. What are you guys doing here anyway? Well, there's the thing jumping out at me. A synth patroller as well. Alright, you're probably dead from one, but let's just... Okay, you're not. That's fine.
Systems offline.
Alright, now. Just turn the corner. Hello! You can wait in survival? Okay, well then that's helpful. Makes things a lot easier, so... Alright, back off. Use your buddy as a portable crit machine. I lost the fusion core. That's fine. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, where'd you go? But this is just a regular synth, so. I guess I don't need the Kellogg's pistol for this, because he's practically dead to begin with. Well, that's more fusion cells for me, so I'll take it. I didn't mean to take that shock baton, but, you know, I'll take it. Goodbye. You got any friends there, buddy? Any more that want me to fall over dead? That patroller was pretty tough. I don't remember what level patrollers are, but they're pretty solid. Built like a brick house. Ah, here's the bathroom. Okay. So, well, we know what that key's good for now, so now we can move along without having to double back on ourselves and get ambushed by synths. Mayor's goodbye. Well, we now found the mayor.
Hi, sweetheart. I'm sorry it had to end this way. I tried to build a place where our children could live comfortably. You know, I'm a family man, and know our children come first. I'd do anything for them, even at the expense of taxpayers' money.
Had to get that one in, didn't you?
That it's only a matter of time before they reach the lower level.
The mob?
As a last resort to protect our family, I give you... well, I give you myself. Take my body to the people. Tell them I died a coward. Maybe they will leave you in peace. I left the key to the safe with one of the attendants. I forget his name. Anyway, goodbye, my darling. I love you and the children so much.
Well, he sounded sincere at the very least. He didn't sound like the usual. He didn't sound like Mayor McDonough. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, look, another fusion core to replace the one I just used. Good. Boston Shelter, where are you?
Where are you, honey? I've been told to take the children to a safe place near the gym. Are you okay? The children are scared. This whole situation is my fault. I convinced you we needed all of this stuff if the worst ever happened. Now look at what's happening. All my fault. When you come back... oh, hold on. Looks like the little one's hungry. Okay, baby. Don't cry. It's okay. Mommy's here. Listen, when you come back, let's get out of here. Let them have this place. We don't need it. Love you, honey.
Boy, that didn't work out for them now, did it? I like how the synth armor is stat distributed, but you hate how it looks on a person. Yeah, it needs a little work. It just looks very plasticky, in my opinion. So, be a hoot if everything in the shelter uses the same password as the public library. Yeah, that'd be funny. Because remember, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some of the Triggermen talk about this, but the mob in pre-war was pretty close in with Vault Tech. Imagine the mayor had his hands tied in a lot of ways. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gotten that information from them yet, so. Wonder if this is the way out. And, like, you can take this hatch to leave. I'm not going that way. If it is the way out, okay, there's more synths. Hi. How do you feel about a critical hit laser to the face? Not very good about it. Reminds me of that Indiana Jones guy that got vaporized. Hello. Would you like to try something a little stronger?
Deploying melee tactics.
I'm sure you are, big guy. I'm sure you are. Get the hell out of here, Jangles. You are not allowed. So probably there's another hatch over here, and it lets you out of here. Yeah, probably, because that goes back up. I'm gonna go through the big hole that looks like it was torn to shreds by some big monster and see what's in there. Hopefully it's not another super mutant behemoth. Fought them already when you went to get Nick. It's in their ambient dialogue if you sneak around and let them talk. Okay, I gotcha. I might have heard a little bit about it then. I'm just misremembering. So, all right. Who's ready for Death Chamber? It doesn't look like a Death Chamber to me. Now it does. Now it definitely does. That's a Death Claw. Hello. So this is a Death Claw. In case it wasn't clear to everyone. Hi. I should have used the instigating one. This is one of the strongest monsters in the game, although this is a base level Deathclaw, so it's probably only level 22, which is exactly my level. So that'll make this a little easier at the very least. Let's Kind of hard to aim at them, though. I guess I'll aim at the face, even though that's not the weak point with the Deathclaw. Their weak point is their soft underbelly, so that's what you want to hit, if you can. I'm going to try to target it if I can. And it'll automatically go through if you hit it with a crit, so that's why you want to do that. Hello. I don't know where the end of this thing is, so I'm just going to keep shooting. Oh, okay, I can go left. Got it. Back this way. Oh, good, I got grabbed. Ow. Thank you for not ripping me to shreds. That was nice of you. Let's see. Okay, I have no chance to hit the soft underbelly. If I have at least 1% chance to hit, it will go through like that. But, yeah, you gotta wait until you have that 1%. Well, we've seen a Deathclaw now. Wasn't actually so bad, but that's because Lucky plus Relentless is a hell of an effect. It's a hell of a drug. There's the Deathclaw that the meat came from when we killed that Super Mutant Behemoth. I had a feeling there was either going to be like that or like a couple of Yao Guai or something down here, to be fair. Like, I had a feeling at least one of those was going to happen. Here's a fat man. Here's an ammo box. When you hear Deathclaw, you think of the Magitech Deathclaws in 14, you have a problem. I mean, those are just what you're used to seeing. These ones are a little bit different from those ones. So, and as usual, since I like stuffing large objects into comically small boxes, we're going to stick this fat man in here. We have fat man at home, if I need it. The food you make with Deathclaw meat's pretty good too. Yeah, I think we have a little bit of it still, don't we? Yeah, we do. Deathclaw steak. It can give you +1 agility for, I think it's an hour. Nice, not bad. I might grab it. I've taken a little bit of extra veg since we left as well, since we left home. I've got a lot of food left at home, so I kind of was figuring I don't really need to make much more for the rest of the game, but I'll grab a little bit of it. It's unique. Maybe I'll want some. I'll just decide what sounds good for dinner tonight. Deathclaw? Absolutely. Metal as hell. Eh. Spam the jump button like I'm some kind of Skyrim horse. Spam the jump button like this is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and I'm trying to scale a cliff.
Hello.
Hello.
The Institute, you must be destroyed.
I really hope you guys don't accidentally set off the oil in this place, because that would just be unfortunate. Mostly for you. Like I said, the running attack is really good. Does this come open? It's got a lot of Rad-X in it. It's probably connected to this terminal. Yeah, it's an expert terminal. So it does come open. We just won't be opening it. Yes, hello, smiley face.
Termination of stealth capabilities. Fascinating.
How did you get behind me? Where the hell are you? Maybe you're upstairs and I'm just confused. Because I gotta go back up. We're probably gonna have to fight our way back out of here. Because the synths are probably in here. Again, I didn't know this was gonna happen, and that's why I wanted to come in here, because I've never seen any of this stuff. So, figured it'd be cool to do something new.
Is someone present? You
Oh, hi.
must. Terminated.
You know, the last guy said something very similar. Didn't really work out for him either, to be honest. Just bank a crit in case I need it for something. Yeah, it also heals for a fuck ton. Yeah, like 165 HP over time. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Ah, hello. Which one of you is strongest? Probably you, because you're the leader. So, there you go. Have one of those, buddy. Alright, now for the rest of you. Can probably do this. I'll probably get rid of the leader after this, because he's mostly dead at the moment. I'll save the crit for the other guy next to him. Or I won't, because he's not quite dead yet. I'll just do this, that's fine. I can bank another crit on the other guy. I probably should have done that with Kellogg's, though, so I'd have an AP to do this, but, you know. Nobody ever said that I was the smartest guy. Nobody ever said I was the sharpest bulb in the crayon drawer. Sorry if that gave anybody an aneurysm listening to. Left arm, 94%, sounds like a plan. I should tab out, actually, because you just lost your left arm, so have fun with that. I believe once synths lose one of their arms, they can't hold weapons anymore. I think they can still, like, try to punch or headbutt you, though. So, they're kind of like fighting ghouls, to be honest. They just have similar lack of limb HP, so it makes it kind of easy to dismantle them. So, just gonna put all this stuff back. I need to watch my carry weight. So, like how the Gen 2 synths fall apart as you shoot them. It's a neat effect. Yeah, it definitely adds a little bit of character for them, doesn't it? Oh, a stealth boy that I didn't see. Okay, thank you, random soldier. Which way was the way in and which one was the way out? Oh, this is that way. Okay. I'm getting turned around. It's okay, though. Why didn't I use my instigating at all there? I don't know. I guess I'm so used to once the combat music starts, not using the suppressed pipe sniper rifle. Pipe sniper pistol. I went to all the trouble to get this thing. Well, that's Boston Mayoral Shelter. That was interesting. Alright, so now we head straight south. And we see what we can find straight south of here. We are looking for a shack that looks a lot like the Ranger or Gorski cabins, from what I remember. And as far as I'm aware, it's like directly south along... I think it's by this road down here, actually. That might be where it is right at this little line here. But it's basically on the line of the edge of the map. But as you can see, the grid continues outside of the map over here. So if you tried to press against the boundaries of the map, you know, where we are now, it would tell you can't go that way. But if you go down further to where the grid starts again, all of this is explorable. So, of course, if you hit the boundary there, it'll also say you can't go that way. But, you know. Either way, we head basically straight south from here, so probably get into a mess with more death claws and rad scorpions and who knows what the hell else. So I guess I better be ready. I mean, to be fair, I'm probably most prepared if I use this, if I use me mallet, but because I have 11 strength in this power armor, so that's probably the most effective weapon I have, but, you know, I'll do a little gunslinging while I'm at it. Why not? Well, so far so good. Not a whole lot of dead things. I'm sure that will change in a moment, though. I am heading the right way, am I not? Let me see. I headed slightly southeast, so that's okay. Is this somebody's house? Is this a raider location? Well, somebody lives here. They have a bed spread. So don't know what to call it, but the reveal that the map in the glowing sea extends past the border was so cool. It makes the place feel gigantic. Yeah, it's like I said, I actually kind of dig how large and empty the place is. It makes it feel so foreboding to me, to be honest. So like I've heard people say, no, it's a big open empty space, but it feels so like it's just so, like I said, foreboding when you go to a place like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I missed again. Alright, well, since I keep missing, let's use the thing that doesn't miss. Okay. Now, to fight you one-on-one. Let's go, bear. Now, you need to stand still so I can get the rooted bonus. I get the feeling hitting this guy with melee attacks might not be so good because every one of his attacks makes me stagger for like 6 years. I'll just use the circle method. How about that? Do I take his Yaoguai meat? I mean, I'm going to use the Furious Power Fist and the roast doesn't affect that anymore, so... Is this the shack right here? Yeah, it's the site of a nuclear bomb detonation. If it's not empty, there's something wrong. Basically, yeah. No, this isn't the shack. Otherwise, I'd be getting a thing that says Abandoned Shack on it. So, no, but it is the site of a skeleton being hung from the rafters. That's a great sight. Another Deathclaw. I'm all the way over here, so I might actually be able to snipe this one. Oh, no, I can't because it's not... I can snipe it, but it's already not at full HP, so... And what kind of trouble were you getting into while you were going around this place? Well, you don't have a whole lot of accuracy. Oh, I know why. It's because I've got, I'm so far away. That's why. About that. Hang on. Show me your stomach. There you go. Now, do I take out the hammer and try to fight him in melee? Use the circle method again. Yeah, this is working for now. Till he grabs me. There. Got him. I love how, like, 2 episodes ago, we were basically fighting mongrels and feral ghouls, maybe the occasional super mutant. Now I'm fighting abominations from hell and just whacking them upside the head with a hammer and getting it all the job done. The glowing sea is, and the lead up to it is wild, man. Absolutely unhinged. A dog bowl. Great. There are a few locations that I am passing up, by the way, on the way to these places. They probably all have interesting things going on in them. I'm just passing them up because I'm trying to maintain a relatively safe course to where we're going. And I do very much mean relatively. Considering we've already fought 2 Deathclaws, and there's a 3rd one right there. Are you leaving? No, you just didn't see me all the way. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Where'd you go? There you are. Well, that wasn't a snipe, but I'll take it. Here's number 3. It won't be easy. Yeah, military engineered abominations from hell, no less. Yeah, they, like, combine the DNA of a whole bunch of shit to make a Deathclaw. It's not really a whole lot of fun. That's the body. Where's the belly? That's not the belly. One of these is the belly. There it is. Now you know how Doomslayer feels. Just take whatever you have and kill him. Yeah, it's like, hey, you want to play Doom in your Fallout game? Here you go. I guess I'm staggering him pretty good. Again, until he grabs me and throws me. That's fun. Again, the reason why I'm swapping to 3rd person is because when you're in 3rd person, all melee weapons are medium swing speed. So the slow swing speed that I had with that Yao Guai doesn't apply because it just instantly increased it to medium speed. It's really weird. I don't know why that is, to be honest. I feel like I might grab a couple of these locations just to discover them. I don't feel like dealing with the inhabitants, but I'll grab a couple of them just to discover them. Like whatever this is. Natick Banks. Sure, Natick Banks. A super mutant camp. Okay, well, I mean, I just fought 3 Deathclaws, but I'll just leave them be. Know exactly why that happens. It's a Bethesda game. I mean, yeah, that's fair. You do have a tendency of just kind of wandering in Bethesda games, so oh, you're talking about the medium swing speed. Yeah, I don't know. It's Bethesda though, so yeah, I guess questioning it is kind of out of the question. What the hell is this up here? Like, it looks like a whole bunch of radioactive waste, so it's probably not a good idea to wander up here, but I'm gonna go see what it is anyway. Yes, it's a whole bunch of radioactive waste. So, in case you weren't sure if we were getting closer to our destination, well, all the dead trees and desolate land should give you a better idea. Okay. Now to swap over to this so I can use the circle method. Or just do this and totally make him irrelevant. There we go. That's fine. Hello?
A new customer. Welcome to
Play in the radioactive waste? I mean, I don't know how well that would work. What are you doing down here?
Why start a bar out here?
Ever since I was little, I wanted to own a bar.
And you're not even a
place where
ghoul.
people could come
So, like, if you were a ghoul, I could understand because you just
Problem
live
is,
in the
real
radiation,
estate
but...
is real hard to come by in most of the major settlements. So I figured, why not start out here, huh?
I mean,
Anyway, what'll it be?
I'm confused because there was a death claw and a whole bunch of other stuff just north of you, but sure, why not? Let's see what he's got. I'd rather not pick poison, but if you have anything interesting, I'll take it. You have whiskey, I can take that. You love random events making weird shit like this happen. Yeah, speaking of Bethesda games, here's another Bethesda moment right here. I can't give you anything other than inventory and aid. Okay, well, it's so charmingly jank. It's just silly. I like it. Alright, I'll take the whiskey. I'm probably going to need it considering where I'm going. I think this is our destination here. I'm not 100% sure about that, but it said directly south of the mayoral shelter. So we're going to find out. They're starting to take up some radiation. It's probably not a good sign. And as we crest over the hill... He's got my sweet roll. Someone stole it. We finally found it. There it is. It's not really glowing at the moment, but it is sunset. And I'm sure when we descend into the gross down there, it will start glowing. So that's fun. This is where all of the radiation storms in Boston blow in from. There's a prevailing wind that comes up to the northeast, which makes sense because the jet stream actually does go that way on the East Coast. So, and it blows all of this crap everywhere else. Waiting for your rads meter to break while you're in there. I'm just glad that I'm in power armor with over 1,000 resistance. Can you imagine doing this with nothing? Like just running through here in your undies? I can't. I mean, it would probably work if you just jammed a bunch of radaway down your throat and in your veins, but... Actually, I think that's the destination we're looking for. But since this is here, let's discover it, shall we? Probably get attacked by another Deathclaw while we're at it. Alright, what is this? Because there's a turret on the top. Federal Supply Cache 84NE, 84 Northeast. You're a turret, right? Yes. But you didn't die from one hit, which is concerning. Is it because you're not on? It might be because you're not on. Well, it's actually because this one is dead, so that's unfortunate. Let's go see what's in here, shall we? Probably another Deathclaw. Protectrons. Wouldn't you OD at that point, breathing Rad-X because you live here or are in the general vicinity? Yeah, you'd probably OD after a while. It's an expert lock terminal, so we're not getting the supply cache, but we can take whatever's not nailed down. There's a newsboy cap if I manage to somehow not find one up to this point. Let's see, just t-shirt and slacks in that one. 20-pound dumbbell. Take that to my house. Stick it in there. I probably could use it for something. I think if I remember right, if you have a bunch of the DLCs, they add like a not a dumbbell, but like a weight training thing that lets you increase your strength. I don't remember if it's permanent or not because I've never used it, but it might be. Most of the glowing sea gives you around 10 to 15 rads a second, which means you'll die in about 2 minutes unprotected. So if we didn't have the power armor for all of the mutated abominations from hell out here, I would definitely be walking around in the hazmat suit. And honestly, if we could ballistic weave the hazmat suit, I probably would have just used that anyway instead of the power armor. But I figured, you know what? Power armor is a part of the game. I might as well just show it off and fight things that are way higher than my level. Because why not? But this place is spooky, man. Like, it gives me the creeps being here, genuinely. They did a really good job getting the atmosphere right. So, alright, mole rats and rad scorpions. I mean, I know who's going to win this fight, but I guess I'm going to be the one that picks up the pieces afterwards, so. You know, I should be doing this in, oh, Legendary Rad Scorpion Hunter. Fun. Which one? Hang on. trying to see which ones. It's probably the gigantic one, isn't it? Hold on. Okay. Got rid of that one. You guys can take a little bit of a beating, huh? It's okay. So can I! Okay. You're the legendary one. Let's just blast you. Don't have the Wastelander's friend anymore. I'd be trying to cripple his legs, but, you know. Alright, maybe I'm in a little bit of bad shape because my armor's kind of having a problem, but we'll... Okay, I'm getting stun locked. Hold on. Maybe backing off and trying a different strategy will work better for me. Yeah, or maybe just doing this will work. And then just getting away from them. I'm trying to sprint. I'm mashing the sprint button. It's not working. And he stun locked me out of it. That's fine. I'll stun lock you out of your life! Oh good, there's more scorpions. They probably finished up with their little mole rat friends. Oh my god, I died. I wasn't watching my HP. I figured I was fine. It was probably the poison. So. Yeah, no hazmat suit for Dogmeat, sadly. That's unfortunate. I looked for a mod for it, genuinely. I would have been really happy if he had, like, some sort of space suit, but there isn't a mod for that, unfortunately. So, how far back did it take me? Probably past... Yeah, this is where the first little crest was, so, okay. Yeah, power armor doesn't protect you from poison, unfortunately, so... I probably want to take that one a little bit less unga bunga, because unga bunga-ing a rad scorpion got me murdered from poison damage, so... Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Hold the phone, buddy. I'll be right with you. I guess I'm stun locking him now because I've got the medium swing speed, so that's nice. Yeah, power armor doesn't have any poison resistance on it, which I always found to be a little odd. Like, it looks like they have basically like a rebreather on there, so you'd think it would protect you from poison. I guess the scorpion stingers are just strong enough to just inject themselves into power armor. Seems kind of crazy, honestly, but, you know. Alright, so that's the supply cache down there. And then the house I was looking for was over here, and that was where the red scorpion hunter was, so that's cool. I better quick save before I go over there this time, because that's going to be a fight, considering there's like 4 or 5 red scorpions right there. Alright, so there wasn't a whole lot in here, so I'll just discover it for the experience and then move on with my life. Go back this way. Oh, is that what lets you breathe underwater? Yeah, you can walk around underwater in this thing like it's some kind of underwater super suit. So, we really have moved quite a ways east from where I thought I was going to go, didn't we? It's not a wonder that place is over here. Yeah, it's a scuba suit. That's the word. Thank you. Couldn't think of it. That's my bad. I think this is a guaranteed legendary rad scorpion spawn, though, if I remember correctly, this part right here. So, might take it a little slower and from range. Was it right here that it happened? Must not be, because they didn't come out this time. Unless I just didn't walk into the right spot for it. Okay, well, there's the mole rat. Just a normal one. Alright then. Says there's something else over here. It's probably another mole rat that just hasn't, yeah, exploded from the ground. Or rad scorpions that just haven't exploded from the ground, so. Let's hit the stinger, see how much damage we can do. Okay. So now, build up crit. Okay, that breaks the stinger, so that's good. That means less poison for me to deal with. They're behind me now. No, I need you to run, not get stun locked. Run. Alright, so we'll get rid of his backup, like, you know, fighting a proper raid boss. And then we'll go from there. Alright, here's another red scorpion. Not what I want to hit. Stinger first. Then that. That's 2. Now for the legendary one, which is right there. Okay. Hold the phone. This is the shack, though, I think. I'll back towards it so I can tell you one way or the other. Not what I want to hit. Stinger. If we take the stinger off before he mutates, it will stay off, by the way. So that is probably what I'm going to try to do. Like this. He'll mutate and get all his HP back, and that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that, honestly. I'm more concerned about taking care of his poison. Yep, abandoned shack, so... I'm poisoned also, so I gotta... Okay, I gotta stim pack a little bit to get rid of that. Okay, one more round, one more volley, and we should be good. Give him credit for trying, though. He's giving us a run for our money. Let's see what my reward is. A penetrating baton. Yeah, don't know if that was worth it. Have I made any red scorpion yet? I don't think I have. I guess I'll make it. Did I reload it? Let's try that again. There we go. Yeah, more than... Oh, never mind. You healed, yeah. Penetrating is a great effect, it's not the best weapon. Yeah, that was the concern, is that, okay, it's a baton. Now, if it was a sledgehammer, oh, baby. I would have traded in me mallet for me better mallet in a heartbeat. I did not, though. Danger radioactive materials. Yeah, I can see that, but then again, that's most of this place. Installation K21B key, evacuation plan, plasma cartridges. I've never been in here either, to be honest. Most of the places that I wanted to go to on the way, I've never actually been to, so that's why I wanted to go to them. Evacuation plan. Why are there so many sets of clothes? They just left them there. Okay, we still got an hour left. I thought it was later than it was. Hello, government employee. With the threat of communist Chinese invasion increasing daily, you may find yourself thinking of what to do in case of total atomic annihilation. Fear not. As a federal government worker, you have the privilege of being locked away, safe and sound, in the very place you work every day. Great. Just what I wanted. Just follow these simple instructions if and when the bombs fall, and you'll find yourself surrounded by your fellow employees waiting out the nuclear winter. I'd want to die. 1. When you hear the alarms, drop everything. Do not bother packing anything, even personal belongings. Everything you need should be waiting for you in your designated safety location / workplace. And by that, they mean only the things that you can work for, because they want you to keep working. Head to your designated workplace, K21B. Once inside, should radiation reach problem levels, an alarm will sound. Promptly close the doors and lock them. Do not open again until a second warning bell sounds. Godspeed, good luck, and enjoy your better future underground. Supervisor's signature. So is that a Vault Tech evacuation plan? Because it sounded very similar. There's a radiation lightning storm going on outside. I'm going to give this guy back his evacuation plan and also the other stuff. Private Marnahan's holotape. I don't remember what that was. Oh, that was from the Fort Strong. Okay. I was like, I don't remember what that was. I'm also going to give you the Boston Shelter stuff just to confuse any archaeologists that come through here. This may surprise you, but people need to wear them. Once a day, in fact. Yeah, there you go. All right, in we go. Let's see what qualifies for an abandoned shack in these parts. It doesn't really look like a shack down here. Looks like a reception area, actually. Employee 011985TP personal log.
This is government employee number 011. Screw this government bullshit. This is Bazensky. Sirens, they came so fast. And the alarm. The only ones we could save were on duty. Stevens had left to get something out of his car.
Well, that wasn't very smart.
Stevens. He's gone. We had to close the door before he could even turn around. Protocol said we had to.
Yeah, abandoned equals full of red scorpions, apparently so.
I could hear him screaming. That was days ago. We're already running out of food. This place was not as well stocked as they claimed.
Of course it wasn't. Government cutbacks. Yeah, budget cuts.
Listening to this. My name is Jeff Mazetsky. Tell my wife,
Movement detected.
Wilma,
Curious.
that I love her.
Is someone present?
Goodbye.
And there are more synths down here. Good. Well, there goes one of my 17 fusion cores.
The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
I know, I'm sneaking in power armor. It seems silly. I guess I might as well go full tilt. Are they downstairs? Yes, they are. Okay. Come on up, I dare you.
Overactive sensors, nothing more.
It sounded like they came from up here, though. I'm going to explore this floor before I go wandering downstairs. Surveillance device. Wasn't playing anything but static on there. I'm not sure if that's because of the mod I have that gets rid of all the copyrighted music or if it actually was just playing static the whole time. Those are extinguishers. I'll keep those in mind in case I need them. Another surveillance device. I can hear it. Let's just turn all these off.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
I'm pretty close. Oh, look, a technical document for Proctor Quinlan.
I was in error. No enemy detected.
See, it says they're on the same level as me, but that might be bullshit, and they might actually be, yeah, down below me. So, why are you partially damaged already? I guess it doesn't matter if I can sneak attack you. I just love this stupid gun. It's so dumb. It's a pistol that fires 50 caliber bullets. Like, your whole shoulder would cave in if you had one of these damn things. And there's no way you'd be able to suppress that very easily with a pistol grip, but it's just so dumb. I feel like it's a New Vegas weapon, basically. Because some of New Vegas's weapons got pretty ridiculous after a while. It just feels like that to me. Oh, another technical document. Do they weigh anything? Let me check real quick. No, weight 0, so that makes them very easy to just grab and go. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. 50 caliber bullet would make that wooden gun explode, and I love how silly that is. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just dumb, but it's dumb enough to just put a smile on my face, not dumb like, oh no, this is gonna make me wanna examine it and be like, no, this is stupid, it wouldn't work. No, it's just dumb, but it's silly. That kind of dumb. And I can appreciate that kind of dumb. So, wonder how many people I'm pissing off with all the Wonder Glue I'm leaving behind. I'm sorry if I'm messing with your OCD by leaving this Wonder Glue behind. I know this is gonna sound weird, but I don't need it. I have enough Wonder Glue. And I have a farming location for it if I don't have enough Wonder Glue. So. Oh, good, another one.
Appears.
Have fun with that. Oh, that's how he got damaged. Oh, yeah, you know, you're right, because that was disarmed already when it came in here. He must have walked into it, yeah. Well, good on the people that were here before me. They left a trap that even the synths couldn't get away from. Of course, that's not a tall order, but, you know. Oh, by the way, I finally put away the Wastelander's Friend. It is still inside of one of my boxes at home, but it's not in the sell pile. I'll explain why later. I don't know if we'll need it ever again, but I'm choosing to keep it just in case we need it ever again. I mean, 50% extra limb damage is nothing to sneeze at, even if it's on a gun that doesn't do that much damage. So. Like it ain't no 50 caliber pipe bolt action. I just feel like I need to come up with a different name for this weapon. Oh, there's another microscope. You know, I can probably turn off the fiber optics now. I don't think I need it anymore, so I've got 16 of it, so yeah, I don't need it anymore. I've got enough. I just needed some for my power armor for the mods that I want to put on it, so. The sensor module? Steel circuitry and copper. I guess I'll take it. I don't know if I need it, but it's a lot of circuitry, so. Sneaking in power armor again. Hell, I should probably take the power armor off, honestly. Was that a synth sitting at the desk there? No, it's a dead person. Okay. There is, however, a synth right here.
Engaging.
And he's a leader, so he's probably not going to take as much damage from the instigating. Although I didn't get a stealth attack on him, so that's probably part of it. Goodbye. These two guns are so silly as well. Like, the combination of guns that I've got for this playthrough, it just puts a smile on my face. Because, like I said, I wanted to use something that I didn't see a lot of data for in the game's files. Oh, okay, and I'll take the fusion core out of that. Oh, I can't do that in power armor. So then... No, you're wrong. I can do that in power armor. I just have to transfer. But yeah, I didn't see a whole lot of people talking about the combination of lucky and relentless, so I said maybe I should make that the crux of my build. And then there's just this gun. So I just like the combination we ended up with. It puts a smile on my face. All the violence I can cause. So... The combination of a Slav squat in power armor and shooting a 50 caliber wooden pistol is just so good. It's just so out there, isn't it? Oh look, another US Covert Operations manual. It's not a wonder I wanted to come here. These are not the droids you're looking for. I think that's number 7. So we're pretty close to getting the maximum benefit out of those. They give you 4% sneak bonus with each one you get, so we're pretty good. Of course, with me sneaking, with all the weight of my armor, it doesn't really work out too well if I start moving around. But you see, if I stand still, they can't find me. I know this because I went into Backstreet Apparel and there was a whole bunch of lights lighting up the front entrance, and I shot some guy in a stealth attack, and his friend walked directly up to me while I was standing in the light and couldn't find me. So you're too stupid to make builds most of the time, you just freestyle shit. No, that's actually fine, because when you freestyle shit, you end up discovering the build organically. Which, honestly, in some cases, I like that better when you discover the build organically. Sometimes I like having the build ready before I play the game. But, and in this case, that's one of those cases. But, yeah, sometimes I like it to just do it organically and just freestyle it. So, it just depends on the game for me. Especially for blind games. Like, I don't want to build the build before playing the game, you know what I mean? I feel like I do it more organically when I excuse me, haven't played the game before. So I don't think there's anything else. I don't see anything else anyway. Alright, so quick was likeness 1. Q-U-I-C-K. I see sling. Likeness 2. Okay. Let's see. Well, likeness 1 for quick. Likeness 2 for sling. It wouldn't be wrong, I don't think, because that doesn't have anything in common with quick. This one's tricky. At least I don't see it at the moment. I'd have to think about this one. What could be common between these? Sling. S-L-I-N-G. Nothing there is common. Oh, I didn't see Spike over here. That's it. Yeah. I was looking at all the other ones. I didn't see Spike in the side there because it was like part of it was on one line and then the other one was on the other line. Yeah, it was Spike. I didn't see it, so I was like, wait a minute. This doesn't seem right. So, maintenance operations. Initiate system reboot? I don't know if I want to do that until I explore this whole place, so let's keep that in mind. Database network offline. I'll bet you I can't turn this on until I turn on the rest of the mainframe. Okay, let me see what else is down here, and then I'll turn it all on so all the Protectrons can start shooting at me instead. Oh, there's a technical document in this desk. Oh yeah, did I mention the, I know I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream for, I'm sorry, I forget the name of the person that just most recently followed me, but I don't know if I showed it for everybody else. Well, after getting the, this 50 caliber pipe bolt action pistol, from the rad roaches that I showed at the end of the last episode, I was so happy just running around killing things in one hit with stealth attacks with this thing that I actually went to another farming location and got another legendary piece of, in this case, a piece of armor, and it has the Sentinels effect on it, which reduces the damage. It's like rooted, basically, except it's a percentage rather than a flat bonus. And that was gotten at, where was it? It was over here by, between Backstreet Apparel and Police Precinct 8, there's an unmarked church. And the church is literally one room. It has 2 feral ghouls in it. And there's a good chance of one of them being legendary. I guess I can show it once we get back to the mainland. So, but that was where I got it. And there's a few more places in Boston Common where I can farm for other legendary effects. So I might, like, I can go into Hubris Comics and I might farm for another legendary effect there. I'd like to get at least one more with the cunning effect on it, which is the +1 perception and agility. And then I might try to get another one with Sentinel on it. So rebooting systems will reset functions to factory settings. Some functions may not respond as expected. Sure. Let's see what happens. The fact that you fire the 50 cal one-handed in third person just adds to the ridiculousness. Yeah, absolutely. Reactivate emergency elevators. Yeah, that'll help me get back upstairs without having to go all the way up. Do I only get to pick one? I guess I only get to pick one. Okay, then. Hello there.
Please stand.
You guys are not a big fan of me, I see. That's fine. You know, the head's got 92%. I think we can get it. Also, they are a little tanky, aren't they? And they do decent damage with their lasers. Yeah, that was a critical strike. That's concerning. Well, let's use the thing that always works, and by that I mean not always, but... Okay, that does a little more. Oh, it was just because he was a watcher. You're a regular one, so you'll be a little easier to dismantle. Got it. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind if we ever come across Protectrons that I have to fight again later on, which we might. Okay, elevator's working. We got the covert operations manual. Let's go back up and continue through the glowing sea, shall we? So we want to go west of this location now, and that will bring us to the next waypoint that I want to go to. Once we get to that waypoint, we basically just want to go straight south, and then we're good. Federal Surveillance Center, 21 KB. Okay, so it didn't mark it as that until I got out of it. Okay, that's cool. All right then, so, did I reload everything? I didn't reload this. I'll reload it now. And then there's this. I mean, you kind of empty all the bullets out of it when you reload it, but, you know, it's fine. All right, so let's continue on our adventure, shall we? I want to go... Actually, yeah, that's the place right there directly to the west, so I might have to go around this mountain, though. Or I might just have to climb it like a Skyrim horse. Maybe I'll just go around. It's probably easier to just go around. Or go through like this. But yeah, this is going to be our next waypoint, so we'll see what happens when we get up here. And if I can even get down to it. Remember why you hate Egg Reunion's first third? Maps 15 to 17 are a bitch if you aren't willing to part with the boss weapon, some of which you can't afford, because that means you can get there later drops. Yeah, that I can see that being problematic, yeah. Oh yeah, actually, see, it moved the waymarker from the edge of the glowing sea down to the crater. It wants me to go to the crater now because there's another person that we can... There are people living down there, if I remember right, and you can get some, like a location of the person we're looking for, Virgil. But if you know where he is, you can just go straight there, and it'll still not fail the quest, so... So glad we can just use a speed loader. Individually loading revolver rounds in power armor would be hell. Yeah, especially for a small gun like that, like... how do I even reach into that thing, you know? Like, it just wouldn't work. Alright, we should be cresting the ridge in a minute, so we should be able to see my next location from here. Or not. it's a ways away yet, apparently. This place is such a hellscape, man. Again, the atmospheric ambience in this place, like this is where I think Bethesda's games shine, is in the atmosphere of the environments. They just have this, I hate to say it because it's kind of a buzzword, but this cinematic quality to them where they feel so right for the area when they make things like this, and they do good jobs with the environmental storytelling as well. So I don't know, it just works for me. It hits my buttons. Hydration break. I will take a hydration break because I could use it. I wonder what the sinkhole north of us is. This one that's up here, because I mean I know what this one is down here, but there's like water or something up there. I don't feel like I want to find out though, because anything that comes out of that water would probably try to murder me. So, put the boss drops into perspective. Getting them late makes later maps harder because the bosses have shit they really shouldn't. One of the main bosses you fight appears enough for you to skip getting her item once if you plan on getting her last drop. Most bosses have no wiggle room for that. That does sound like it'd be kind of hellish to manage, yeah. So, hopefully you have found a way to properly manage it. Alright, this is our next destination right here. I know it doesn't look like much, but this is it. The Forgotten Church. And there is a way down, by the looks of it. How badly damaged is my leg? Which one is it? Right. Okay, well, we're looking a little out of shape here. The torso's still good, but the limbs are looking a little unfortunate. I don't think you lose rad resistance though if the limbs break. You can repair them obviously, and I'll do that once we get back home. But it adds a little bit of extra here. It's okay, you know. It makes things interesting. So let's keep making it interesting by going in here. We're here, so we might as well find out what's in it, you know, and then walk back out and get eaten by something that spawns outside, like more synths. Actually, I don't know if synths would be able to spawn outside in this place because the radiation would probably fry their circuits. So, anything else in here? In one of the pews? Anybody else hear that? I can hear something breathing really heavily and stomping around out there. You know what would have been fucked? Is if I had walked down here and seen a bunch of eggs. I'd have been like, oh dear God, what have I done? Death Claws. Metroid, what are Death Claws a cross between? I forget what it was. I know they have chameleon in them, but I don't remember what the other crosses are in them. But they lay eggs, so you just hear the Geiger counter going off. Well, maybe I can hear it a little better because it's in my ear. I don't know. There's a death claw outside. That's the point I'm making. I don't know how the hell I'm climbing this, but I'm climbing it like a Skyrim horse and almost falling off. Hello? Mario? Ah, there you are. Just another regular death claw, huh? Okay. Would you like my bacon? You can't have my bacon. Just get the instigating shot off. I know it wasn't going to do a whole lot, but, you know, might as well. Alright, what can we hit here? My lack of perception is astonishing. I'm going to wait a second. Get the 95% first so I can get the crit off, you know. Ow. Right leg, left leg, belly. That's what I'm looking for. Show me your belly. I need to give you a belly rub. There. Back up, go into third person, get grabbed, because why not? My arm! Stop it. You stop it right now. Bad lizard. Get grabbed again. Maybe fighting this thing up close isn't such a good idea. Ow. Because it can come out of a stun by grabbing me. Like it won't stay stunned. It can just grab, and I get stunned like a maniac. So, see what I mean? Maybe not such a good idea. Might not want to stay there if your armor keeps getting this fucked up. Yeah, I know. I'm making this harder on myself. There's a legendary Red Scorpion Hunter here, too. Maybe I should let them fight the Deathclaw? Or maybe the Deathclaw and I can team up. Mutation? Say goodbye to the Stinger? I'm gonna get gangbanged by both of these guys, aren't I? Ow. Run! I mean away! Let them both fight it out. Hello, Red Scorpion. Hang on, hold on. There are several things, but you think Chameleon's one of them as well. Yeah, because I remember them being able to, like, cloak themselves or something at one point, so... I don't remember when that was. Yeah, see, now they're going to start fighting each other because I ran away from them, so... I don't know, Mr. Deathclaw. I kind of think the Red Scorpion's the bigger threat. I don't mean to be a dickwad to you, but I think it's the bigger threat, so I'm going to help you clear this thing out, and then we can continue our honorable duel. And by honorable, I mean I'm gonna shoot you in the back. Sorry. Alright, where's the Dogmeat? Right arm, belly, hold the phone. He's corkscrewing the shit out of me here. Goodbye. God, I love this hellscape. There's just so much shit that just tries to murder you. Poisoner's Institute Rifle. So poison is interesting in this game because I feel like it could be really good, but it's just completely ineffective by comparison to bleed. There are so many things that are resistant to poison, it just doesn't work as well as it could. It's funny that I got this out of a Rad Scorpion, though. Like, that's the most appropriate thing I could have gotten this out of, so there you go. Alright, so anyway. Let's reload. Honorable, you just lost the use of that when you got a pistol sniper that can shoot 50 caliber bullets. Yeah, I suppose I can't really make it honorable anymore now, can I? Alright, and this, I'm just going to leave that unreloaded. It's fine. At the very least, bad legendaries do sell for more. Hell yeah, they do. So, with the... I don't know how... man, it looks like I'm all... Oh, no, that's just straight south, isn't it? Or is that north? No, that's east. Now I am really scrambled. I need to go that way. Okay, there we go. When I took the... because I have a mod that lets me craft armor sizes, I actually took the heavy armor off of the Mantis left arm that I had, and it still sells for like 6,000 caps because of the legendary effect on it. So it's pretty valuable. If I ever need to make a really big purchase, I know what I'm going to make. I know what I'm going to sell for it. I didn't want to die to fall damage after beating those guys, so that's why I jumped off there. Did anybody else see that? What is that? Oh, another Rad Scorpion. Okay. I saw the tail and I was like, what the hell? I think it's trying to find pathing to me at the moment, actually. So I'm not going to give it the opportunity. I'm just going to leave. I've had enough of these things trying to murder me. There's some kind of... Okay, well, I guess he's trying to murder me anyway. That's fine. There you go. Did that get rid of the stinger? No, just about. I like watching the laser kind of bounce off of them sometimes. It's just cool to look at. There we go. Alright, south we go. I should be in third person with this melee weapon. Sorry, I'm just not used to playing in third person in this game. I am inviting a lot of something. Oh god, not the buzzing, not the sting wings! I had a feeling it was something bad when I didn't see them on the ground. I hate sting wings so much. They're such assholes. You'd think I wouldn't because they're dragonflies, and dragonflies are one of my favorite animals, but no, I am not a big fan. At least they seem to be dying pretty easily. Like, I've had a hell of a time killing them before, especially because of the poison. So, the poison is never fun to deal with. That's not what I want. But they have to come to me in order to damage me, so that will make things a little easier. There's a fourth one, I think. Yeah, there he is. Come to Papa, or Mama, as the case might be. Think you can escape me by flying above me? I don't need the high ground. I'll take stingwing meat, sure, why not? Haven't cooked that either. Might as well give it a shot. Alright, where the hell are we going now? This mountain is really getting in the way. It's making it a little hard to get to my destination, so I guess we'll just go around it. Did I reload that? I thought I did. Evidently not. Oh look! Another crater of radiation! Fantastic! I can't even imagine what the rad charts would have for me there. What is that in the middle? I see something moving. Oh no, that's just the sheen. Okay. Well, it sounds like there's something moving in it now. Oh, rabid mole rat. Okay. Kill cam? Kill cam, are you okay? I was gonna say, I might as well leave him bleed out. Dragonflies are dope. These dragonflies, I don't know. Yeah, they don't trip my trigger as much. Where do you think you're going? I've been poisoned by something else again. Is there a rad scorpion here too? Man, poison doesn't mess around, does it? I'm also losing max HP because of the radiation, but you know, that's pretty normal. My destination appears to be up here. So let's head up here and probably get ganked by something else. I should quick save because I haven't done that in a while. So rad scorpion. It's not that fucking discovery in Skies of Arcadia. You couldn't ID it until I got super close. Yeah. We're not talking about the Sky Train here. God, I love the Sky Train. It was so silly. So is it up on top of this? It's not a wonder I couldn't find it. It's up on top of this mountain, I guess. Or it's down from here. This is not my destination. This looks like an old reactor site, judging by the fact that it's glowing. Oh no, wait, you know what? I realize now. Yeah, this is why I'm walking towards the destination site, and that actually took me directly to the crater, rather than to where I needed to go, which was directly south of the church. So since we're here, let's see who decided to make a radiation crater their home, the exact impact site. The crater of Adam, if you will. So who lives here? And also why? Hello? Anyone home? Maybe they're up there. So why were you supposed to come here again? We have to find Brian Virgil, a scientist from the Institute, because he's an escaped fugitive scientist, and he may be the only one that knows how to get in. So, but these people apparently are supposed to help us.
You approach Atom's holy ground. Why? State your purpose or be divided in his sight.
So you're the live crater of Adam people. Is this, what do you mean holy ground?
What's going on here?
Atom reached out and touched this world, bringing his glow to us. It remains to this day a reminder of his promise. Infinite worlds through division.
How are you guys not ghoulified yet?
What is this place?
This is where we commune with
Adam. Oh god, it's the religious fanatics. I don't understand how these people work, honestly. Like, they should be ghouls at this point, considering the radiation here. Maybe it's like an eye of the storm thing. Like, all this radiation's affecting me, but not them. I don't know.
I mean you no harm, I swear.
Few make the effort to travel so far. Very well. You may stay for now.
How are the cultists alive? It's a good question.
Watching. Violence will not be tolerated.
Actually, even if you guys committed violence on me, it wouldn't matter. They use gamma guns, which explicitly do only radiation damage.
What do you know?
Maybe a very small amount of ballistic damage, but... Oh, I can ask them.
How have you survived in all this radiation?
That is Adam's unique gift to us, the true believers. He has brought us here to this place, a place that cannot harm us, so that we may worship him. So that we may spread his word to others. That is our calling, to deliver Adam's message to a world that does not wish to hear it, to show Atom's power to all.
I'm glad you guys weren't the ones that got the nukes at Fort Strong, because otherwise we would have had a big problem on our hands.
Do you have a moment?
What do you need of me, child?
Actually, I'm looking for a person named Virgil.
I'm looking for someone named Virgil. Have you seen him?
Yes, I know of him. What do you want with him?
Why do you care? Those sound so blunt. Can I pass this check?
I just need some information from him.
He has sought refuge with Atom. I would know more before I tell you where he is.
Okay.
What do you want?
Fair enough. Wash my hand, I'll wash yours.
I need his help reaching the Institute.
I have heard of this institute. They hide themselves.
Blow her brains out now. I'm not sorry. I am not a fan of organized religion anymore. The children of Adam in this game are pretty harmless. They basically just like steeping themselves in radiation. I don't even think they're a hostile faction, actually. This is like one of the only places you can find them alive in the Commonwealth. So they're more prevalent in Far Harbor.
You can find him southwest of the crater, living in a cave.
They're like one of the 3 factions in Far Harbor, so.
I feel he does not want visitors.
Yeah, I got that feeling judging by how many death claws and rad scorpions I've killed on the way here, but thank you for the directions. I'm going this way. I feel like I got turned around again somehow. Well, whatever. We're gonna go that way. I'm gonna crest the ridge up here because I feel like this is not as steep of a gradient. Okay, they get to live for now. Well, to be fair, since they're one of the 3 factions in Far Harbor, I think you get to destroy them if you want to. I just find the fact that they're just a random cult. It's just, I don't know, it's just silly to me that they're just kind of just out here, you know, doing whatever they're doing. What you remember, the Church of Adam goes back to the bombs dropping and living above ground for generations has kind of immunized them against radiation somewhat, but they twisted it into a religious protection. Yeah, I guess, you know, lack of access to technology, mankind just explains what they can't understand by saying something about religion. Alright, Red Scorpion, come on out. I know you want to. Okay, there's one. Stinger. God, it's really hard to hit this thing. Oh, I already have a crit. Okay, well. Now at least I can get rid of the stinger. Show me your face. Alright, the other one just went down into the thing. There's a vertibird crashed over there. I mean, I suppose that makes sense considering it probably was either in the air nearby when the bomb went off. I can't even imagine how those people ended up. They are probably completely vaporized at this point. We're gonna level up off of all these enemies that I'm killing. I would not recommend drinking the water here. Just a thought. Although, if I remember correctly, there is a build that you can do in the Far Harbor DLC if you're a child of Adam, where you actually want to drink irradiated water because it makes you irradiated to the point where, like, you have large amounts of damage resistance and a bunch of other bonuses. So, that's fun. I realized I hadn't quick saved in a while, so I said, okay, well, let's just follow the linear path now, because this is a relatively level section. I'm not going to go clod hopping around again like I'm a Skyrim horse. Yeah, you get perks for being irradiated if you side with them. Yep. So. Might be an interesting way to play, just if you're playing a random silly thing. Even if you're not a big fan of the whole religious cult thing. That looks highly disgusting. I'm gonna steer clear of that. Probably just walk through a little more of it, but you know. If I remember correctly, there's a Deathclaw outside. Yep, there he is. Alright, big guy. I don't have a crit built up, so I guess I'm just going to shoot you normally. That did nothing at all. I probably didn't hit the exposed stomach, that's why. Oh, that's not going to work. So we'll just build it this way. Is it just me, or does this one feel a little stronger? Maybe it's because I'm not hitting him, like, in the stomach. Yeah, that's what it was. I just wasn't hitting him in the stomach. And actually, that might have been a headshot right there, so that might have been a little bit less convenient as well. That's it. Show me your heart, big guy. Much more satisfying to sneakily fix their radiation arch, so instead of irradiating them more, it cures them, and they never notice. That is very sneaky, yes. Oh, there goes my fusion core. Like I said, oh, and there goes my arm as well. Like I said, using VATS and power armor actually uses up fusion cores a little bit faster, so you gotta be a little careful with your use, but you don't be that careful. We have so many of them. It's fine. Also, I have no arm, so that's cool. Well, if I can't shoot him there, I can shoot him in the head with a crit. Okay, well, that was as crazy as it's been, but at this point, that's basically Tuesday around here, so let's get inside. Oh, good, I leveled up from reaching this place. All right, so we're level 23. We can open the perk chart to get an extra benefit out of this, but I want to buy both Gun Nut and Armorer rank 3 at level 25 when they become available. So I'm going to bank this perk point, and then at level 24, I'm going to buy rank 3 of Scrounger. So we do need to get out of here ASAP, so it's a good thing this is our final destination in this area, Virgil's laboratory. Fighting Deathclaws mostly in VATS is ideal because of the defense bonus it gives you. Yes, that's true too. Especially with Rooted and with me having Sentinel on my armor, although I don't have Sentinel on my armor currently because I'm wearing Power Armor. So Power Armor overwrites any effects of the armor you have underneath, which is why I have almost no perception. So, well, the turrets aren't shooting at me. That's a surprise. Also, there's no radiation down here. Also, you know, that shouldn't surprise anyone, though. That explains why he's out here. He's a super mutant.
Hold it. Take it nice and slow. No sudden moves. I know you're from the Institute. So where's Kellogg? Huh?
Funny you ask about him.
While you distract me? It's not going to work.
You know, I'm in Brotherhood of Steel armor.
I knew they'd send him after me.
Would they really have me coming here after you if I was Institute? Like, that'd be a weird crossover.
Take it easy. Kellogg's dead.
Dead? He's dead.
I killed him and took the gun that he had. It is, in fact, the truth.
He's dead, whether you believe me or not.
There's no question it's difficult to believe.
I mean, I can show you his gun, if that makes it easier.
There's a reason the Institute used him to do their dirty work for so many years. I knew they'd send him after me. Tried to prepare for it.
So you're the renegade that he was looking for on that terminal, then?
So
okay, well that connects the dots a little bit.
And what do you want with me?
Well, actually, you escaped from the Institute, and I need to get in, so can I just do what you did, but in reverse?
I know you were part of it, and you escaped. They sent Kellogg to kill you.
How the hell do you know any of that?
He wrote it on a terminal.
It doesn't matter.
Wasn't very,
I can't go back.
Wasn't
Look
very,
at me.
you know,
Why are you even here?
spy espionage of him.
Want?
Well, let's slow down a little bit. I know you're on edge because you haven't had visitors in a while.
Relax. I just need to know how to get in there.
Wait, what? Are you serious?
Yes.
You want to get into the Institute? Are you insane?
Mildly.
Never mind how nearly impossible that is. Even if you were to succeed, it'd almost certainly end in your immediate death.
I'd like to take that chance.
What could you possibly have for taking that kind of risk?
Time to knock his socks off.
I'm trying to find my son. The Institute kidnapped him.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm sorry.
It's all good as long as you help me get in.
The Institute has taken people from the Commonwealth in the past.
Most of them haven't been as pissed off about it as I am, though.
I can understand why you'd want to get in there.
Because I was pissed off enough to walk through a radioactive hellscape to find you.
Something in return.
Okay, sure. What do you need?
You help me, and I'll help you.
All right.
I can't have you scratch my back because my back is made of metal right now.
For me. Before I was forced to leave, I was working on a serum to reverse this mutation.
Oh, okay.
Turn me to normal. You understand?
Could or will?
So if you get in there, I need you to find it in my old office and bring it to me. I think that's pretty reasonable in exchange for helping you
I mean, that sounds good. I can probably manage that on my way out from taking my son back.
Know how synths get in and out of the Institute?
I've been told that they use teleportation, based on what I've learned.
Yeah, they use some sort of teleporter?
Well, well. Not many know about it. Pretty closely guarded secret. You've certainly done your homework.
I mostly copied off of Kellogg's notes, to be fair.
The molecular relay. I don't understand all the science behind it.
Well, that's not good. He's the only way in and he doesn't understand the science behind it? Fun.
You in another. I'm sure it sounds crazy, but it's a reality.
How do I know I'll be me when I rematerialize on the other end and it didn't just disassemble me and turn me into a figment of myself?
Only one. That means you're going to have to use it.
Great.
Now, have you ever seen an Institute Courser?
Lots of them. No, I don't think so.
A courser? What's that?
Another Institute secret. Coursers are Institute synths, designed for one purpose. They're hunters.
Actually, I think we did see a courser in Kellogg's memories, and I think he mentioned what it was, so...
Is dispatched.
I suppose we did see one.
At what they do.
Not directly.
And you're going to have to kill one.
Oh, fun! Why do I have to kill one?
Why do I have to kill one?
Because you want to get into the Institute. Remember? There, your ticket in.
Why didn't I just hide and wait for them to molecularly relay and then just jump on them while they're popping out of reality?
In the Institute. It's embedded in a chip in their heads.
Oh.
You need that chip.
Good, more brain fishing.
You'll have to find a courser.
Alright,
I don't know exactly where you can find one. They haven't sent any after me. And sitting here waiting doesn't seem like a good plan. You're going to have to hunt one down. I can tell you where to start and give you some help finding one. But you'll have to do the dirty work.
Alright, that's fair. I can do the dirty work. This seems like a fair arrangement.
Okay. Let's get to work.
Right.
I mean, it's near suicide, but I did just walk through a radioactive hellscape, so that's just the name of the game now.
Directly above the Institute. So you'll want to head there.
Okay.
Now, the relay causes some pretty heavy interference all across the EM spectrum. You've got a radio on that Pipboy, right?
I do.
When you get to the ruins, tune it to the lower end of the band and listen in. You'll be able to hear the interference. Follow the signal, and it'll lead you to a courser.
Oh good, another one of these.
You just have to not get killed.
Yeah, no promises there.
The odds aren't in your favor here. But if you do make it, remember what I said about the serum. I need it badly.
You need it so badly that your mouth is desyncing from the rest of your words.
I really do hope you find what you're looking for.
Yeah, me too, big guy. Me too. We'll see what happens with that, though. So, next plan of action, head to the ruins of CIT, tune into the radio signal, and see where it leads me. Or, alternatively, if you know exactly where the courser is already, because, you know, you may or may not have done this part before as well. I've gotten to the glowing sea, but I've gotten past this quest, Hunter Hunted. So I never built the relay. That's as far as I got, is Hunter Hunted and finishing that quest. So if you know where the courser is automatically, it's just like with Virgil here. You can just go straight to where they are and start murking things when you get there. They're not too far down the road. As a matter of fact, they're at a place that we've already marked the location of, Green Tech Genetics. But before we go there, let me go retrieve my dog. And on top of that, let me go back to home plate so I can start making some repairs. Because good lord, man, this place I took a beating from this place. Broken 334,000 chromatins. There you go. Got to find something else for you to use them on. Now I'll figure it out at some point. All right, now, where's my boy? Where is my hound dog? Is he wandering the premises, the perimeter? Where's Sheffield, for that matter? He's not in here either. It's quiet. Too quiet. There's Dogmeat. Where'd Sheffield go, buddy?
Hey, boy.
Is he okay? Are you okay?
Everything okay, boy?
Well, that's a good sign.
Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Alright. So I think he's following us now. Right? Or are you looking for Sheffield?
Dogmeat!
Did you not follow me? Okay, because you walked
Come
away
on,
from
boy.
the conversation.
It's time to go.
Love that his glasses are broken and he's had to tie a rope around the back to make it fit on his head, but he still wears them because he wants to try and feel more human. That is one way to do it, I suppose. Yeah, there you go. Make a reward for 100k that lets us backseat for a stream or something. You're backseating a stream for free right now. There you go. Although your backseating hasn't been, like, as invasive, because I've had some people backseat pretty hard in the past, like, to the point where they made me not want to play the game anymore. So your backseating is much appreciated because it is significantly less backseating. Yeah, invasive and excessive, yes. In multiple situations, yes. I didn't know people could be that dickish to someone who's never played a game before. Twice! Isn't that what almost happened with DMC5? It kind of happened with DMC5, although that was mostly just the one detail in the game that somebody spoiled for me on like the first or second stream. So, that's not it. This is it. You can't exit your armor here. What do you mean? I'm in my house. I would think I'd be able to exit my armor in any of those cases. I'm going to leave that in here because I'm going to like put all my supplies away, and then after I'm done with that, I got to go repair my power armor and stuff. So mostly just trying to supply Fallout fun facts for the most part. Yeah, and you're doing a pretty good job of it. It's like I said, it hasn't been invasive and excessive like some of the other stuff that I've had in the past. I got to put the Mr. Gutsy model down, and I've got an overdue book and 4 technical documents, but we'll worry about that later. I think once I repair my power armor, I'm going to go to... we have to go to Green Tech, and I kind of want to send Dance over to Red Rocket to help Sheffield, keep him company and help him with defense, because the thing about Sheffield is that he's funky. He doesn't regenerate his HP, and he can die. He's not marked as essential, so it's weird. I don't know why he's like that, but he's like that, so it just makes it harder to keep him alive. I don't have a proper table to put these models on, do I? I'm gonna need to make one, I guess. So let's make one. Not a bed. I guess just a container. Not the bureau. I don't need anything like that. Just something small, I guess. Small end table. I guess this works. I'm probably not even going to put anything in it, though. I'm just going to put stuff on it. So, but I have enough steel, so I'm not really too concerned about it. Alright, so Mr. Gutsy model. Let's see if I can get this thing to sit properly on this desk. Evidently not. Alright. Okay, so do that. Push it up against the wall to make it stand upright. Hang on, maybe I can just drop it. This is going to be the hardest part, isn't it? Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick it in here for now. I might take it out, but if I can't get it to sit, I'll just stick any models that I get in this cabinet. How about that? Let's see. Well, I got a whole bunch of other stuff to fix, but maybe instead of fixing that stuff, let's just put some of the stuff I know I'm not going to use in the treasure vault here. So all of the ammo that I'm not going to use. We've actually made some good progress in terms of our ammo count for the guns we are using, though. There's quite a lot there. More than I thought I would have, considering I just went down to some place that probably shouldn't have most of those things. So let's see, put all this stuff in here. I've got enough frag mines. I'm going to use the frag mines for something later, but not yet. I'll keep the signal grenades, I guess, because they weigh 1 per grenade. That's kind of a lot, but that's okay. It'll be fine. I need to fix that while it sits in my inventory. Jet, Med-X. Stick the mute fruit away to Psycho. I'll do all the sorting later, basically. I'm just going to stick the stuff that I know I'm going to stick in here. No. I guess I don't need this anymore. Just sell it so somebody can, you know, use it for something. 184 of 390. That's still kind of a lot of weight. Stick the mini-nukes in here. Because I'm going to take stuff so I can repair my power armor, but I don't know if I take all, I'm probably going to be over encumbered. So what do I need for this? I need aluminum, I need circuitry, I need steel. Let me just take all of this. Circuitry, steel, and I don't remember what the other thing is for it. I guess I could walk outside and find out, couldn't I? I think it's, I want to say it's oil, but I'm not real sure about that. Hang on, maybe it's in my notes. Hold on. Do I have it in here? I don't have it in here, not anymore. So. How exactly would you fix your power armor? Like, when did Charlotte become a mechanic? Just chalk it up to being included with the Brotherhood, giving her a set. You could do that. There was also the fact that she used power armor when she worked at Thicket Excavations because they had frames for the power armor there. Now, they didn't have full suits like this, sure, but I'm sure she was handy enough to repair the frames, so what's a little extra metal over the top, you know? I can probably repair that eventually. Might be a stretch, but probably not that much of a stretch. Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to sort through. I should probably eat something as well, because we kind of just fast traveled a whole bunch, so it's probably been a little bit. I'll sort it later, though. Let's get the power armor repaired first so I can stick it back in here and not use it for the next mission. I mainly wanted to use it for the glowing sea, to be honest. I'll probably use it again for something else later, but yeah, I mostly wanted to use it for the glowing sea, just because of the kind of hellscape that it is, you know. So. All right, so what do I need to repair this? It's plastic, actually, rather than... okay, so repair this, and then equip it. Yeah, so it's plastic that we need to do that, so that's good. I've got plenty of plastic. We'll go grab that, and then we'll repair it. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to leave my power armor out here. It's nighttime, so Arturo and his fusion cores shouldn't be able to use it if something weird happens outside. I did take the fusion core out of it, though, so that probably helps out a little bit. Alright, so it's plastic, so we'll just take all of that. It doesn't weigh that much. It's actually really helpful, honestly. I didn't realize how helpful it would be when I did it, but it's really helpful that I broke a lot of my stuff down to its base mechanical parts, because some of that stuff can be pretty damn heavy, and breaking it down like that actually makes it a lot easier to lug it around. So alright, so we'll just repair all the way to full. This is the one that needs the circuitry, so it's mostly aluminum, though. Aluminum is probably the hardest thing out of all that to get because you need so much of it to repair stuff, so by comparison to everything else. So anyway, so put this back in, stick my armor away. Game is dropping frames. That's fun. Oh, and I can erase all my mod materials as well on my notes, since I've got everything I need there as well. I'm going to keep getting that notification even though I don't want to take the perk right now. Am I not? Probably gonna. Oh well. We can do the, like I said, I have all the materials I need to do the modifications that I want for the power armor, but we actually need science rank 3, if I remember right, to do all the mods that I want to do. So, yeah, we can't do those at the moment. So I'm not too concerned about that. What I am concerned about is going to find the last overdue book that I need to get that episode, that issue of the Massachusetts Surgical Journal. So while I'm thinking about it, and while it's still nighttime, let's head to the Boston Public Library, shall we? Except not the public library, actually. We're going to head for a location near to that and take care of business there. There's 2 overdue books in there, but I only need 1 of them. So might as well go do it while we've got just a few minutes left over. And then that way I can come back here.
Run into any trouble getting here. That bridge across the river. Super Mutants use it as an ambush point.
Yeah, I noticed. They did a number on all of your guys there. So actually, we're going to Trinity Plaza. I didn't mention it because I was thinking, oh yeah, let's go to Boston Public Library. That is our end game destination here, but I need to go into Trinity Plaza to go into Trinity Church first to get the books that I need, well, the one book that I need now, in order to go back there. So we'll go get the book first, then we'll go to the library and get the piece of the light reading that I need. I didn't reload this. Or this, for that matter. No distress signal anymore, huh? Alright, fine. Not that I needed it. Oh yeah, since we're out of the power armor now, I can reapply Furious Power Fist to my list of things. So those are our 4 legendary effects that we're going to roll with for the remainder of the game. We've got a Furious melee weapon, an instigating pistol, a lucky pistol, and a relentless pistol. I think it's a pretty solid combination. It should work pretty well for us. So that's not the spot I'm looking for. Looking for that police precinct that we went through before. I think it's right here. Not in the trash can, but yeah, it's right here. I don't think the rad roaches that were here respawn, though, unfortunately, so you can't just farm them, but, oh well, it's fine. The church, by the way, that I was mentioning before, not the Trinity Church, the one we're going to, but the one that I went to do the other farming method, pardon me, car, is right over there. You can see the steeple from here. It is right here. I don't know how often it respawns, but I'm not sure if you can do the farm anymore after the first time. So there's Holy Mission Congregation. So there you go. Mainly the farming thing is just to give me something to do in between streams, because sometimes I feel like playing this game, but I don't feel like playing and then deleting my save data, like doing something further in the game and then deleting my save data so I don't have it done for the stream. So sometimes I just find something else for myself to do, you know. Do I want to go into Trinity Church now, or do I want to set myself up for another farming opportunity? Hubris Comics is right down the street, to be fair. Maybe I'll do that because we're almost at time anyway. So, how about this? We'll go into Trinity Church later when I know we're already going to be going in that direction anyway. Hell, for that matter, we probably could have said the same thing about Hubris Comics, but since we're at the end of an episode, I'll just go over here, see if the raiders that were here respawned. Doesn't look like it. There is, however, a raider down this way, or 2, or 3. Okay then, well, is there a legendary one with them? Yes, there is. Okay. Well, there's at least 4 of them, so. Where's the legendary one? Oh, he's behind the thing there, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. Okay. That's fine. Let's see if I can make the shot. Nope. Okay. It's hard to see at 4 a.m., evidently.
Only a fucking coward hides.
I'm not really hiding. Standing in broad daylight, you just can't see it because it's not broad daylight, so. It's funny, they managed to hit me even though they didn't know where I was. Dogmeat, are you gonna... I don't even know why that one went off. Alright, well, anyway. We'll do this the normal way then. And then we'll go see what that legendary, what that one guy with the legendary was, so. I was gonna say, take the shot before he goes behind cover, please. And last but not least, probably should have saved the crit, but that's okay. It'll work out. Turn his head into a rocket. Why not? And, well, he's using the right weapon, pipe bolt action pistol. I hear a vertibird. They're probably off on another mission. Or they're killing super mutants around here.
Contact lost.
I got him, thanks. Please don't crash into me. They have a tendency to crash. It's why I'm so adamant about staying away from them. Oh, power armor guy came down. Alright, cool. Where was that legendary one? Is he back here? Yeah. Hunter's metal chest piece. So, not so good. Probably one of the worst armor pieces, but, you know. I'll let you guys handle this. I'm sure there's plenty of super mutants for you to kill. You're already getting into trouble over there. Here's Hubris Comics. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to use this as another farming location. Like I said, I'm going to try to get another piece of armor from inside of here that either has the cunning effect on it or has the sentinel effect on it. So one of the two, whichever one I can get. And I'm actually not going to pick up anything inside. I'll just kill all of the ghouls first before I pick up anything inside. And then I'll come back out here. We'll look what's inside the building at the beginning of the next episode of Fallout 4, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on probably Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And then once we're done with that, we'll head to Green Tech Genetics, because that is where the Courser is, and we can move along from there. I'm not going to rock Grognack's armor. I don't know if I could rock it. I feel like it wouldn't really be Charlotte's cup of tea, to be honest. But, yeah, either way, that's the plan. So I'll make a save here, and I'll do the method that I showed last time. Quick save, enter, kill the ghouls till I find a legendary one, see what he gives me. If he gives me what I want, load the autosave till it has the right effect. If not, load the quick save. So there you go. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Brotherhood's getting into trouble over there. By the looks of it, he's having a lot of trouble. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I'll see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be probably on Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'll post the schedule tomorrow, about 7 or 8. Or not tomorrow. Today is Saturday, isn't it? I'm getting confused. I'll post the schedule when I'm done with the description for this episode in about 20 minutes, half an hour. Anyway, until next time, everybody, take care and have a good one. They keep hovering over me, man. One of these times, they're going to crash directly into me, and we're going to have to reload from like 30 minutes ago, and I'm not looking forward to it. Glad we're not enemies yet.